Hi. I think the chair's a bit low. Feels a bit low, but probably it's not. Perhaps it's me that's a bit low. Yes. Anyway, hello everybody. Anybody who's here. Hello, hello. Let's see who's going to be the first one today, because I'm late actually. My son's been fiddling with the internet, so I'm just hoping. Hi, Munchkin. Hi, Nathan. Yeah, my son's been rejigging the internet, so he's had me off air for a little while, but I'm back on now. That's how he said, "You don't mind, do you?" I said, "Well, as long as you get me back on again." Hi, Lizzie. Hello, the word be true. Hello, everybody. Hi, Esther. Too warm, too cold. No, it's too windy, and it's too rainy, and it's too blustery, and it's been a horrible day. Apart from that, Esther, everything's fine. Oh dear. We've discovered that Rosie doesn't mind fireworks. Rosie doesn't mind thunder. She doesn't mind other things, but she doesn't like the wind. The wind really, really upsets her. Oh gosh. No, we've had no sun. We've had rain, rain, and more rain. We'll get me knitting out. I don't know. I don't think I'm liking this knitting. I don't know whether it's going to carry on being knitted or whether it's going to, hit the unraveling bit. It's not exactly my favourite thing. I bought a pattern from Etsy and I complained. She's given me a refund, but would you pay money for something that's been written all over? That's not me. It's been written all over, circled and written all over. I said to her, I said, look, I don't think that's right, that you write all over a pattern and then expect to sell it. Anyway, she's given me a refund, but I've had to write it all out. I can't read it. Can't read it. So that put me off for a start off, having to read it and do. And I've forgotten what row I'm on because I stopped doing it at Knit Club. My little row counter come. I've got one of these somewhere. I call them a frog because they remind me of a frog. I've got one of these somewhere and I don't know where it is. So I had to buy a new one. £6. £6 for a bit of plastic. And I don't even know if I can knit while I'm wearing my house jacket. I probably can't because I stick my needle under my arm. Oh, I've decided knitting's not my thing. It's just not. I keep losing stitches. I'm just not comfortable doing it. I can't see this going very much further than what I've done. Hi, Nana Michelle. Hello. A raid. It's just you and the cat. Oh, well, we don't mind. We don't mind furry creatures, do we, people? Our furry creatures are upstairs, but no doubt we will have a flying visit from Rosie later because she likes to bust in. Trixie bust in before, but she got a bit disappointed because there was nothing to eat. I'm afraid my dogs are very food orientated. Is it orientated? Oh, do you know I'm not liking this crochet? This knitting, I mean. I wish I had something to crochet. No, this is just not going to happen. I've done the rib, but it looks too small, to be quite honestly. Oh, hi, Helen. I'll finish this row and then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to unravel it because I don't think me and knitting are meant to be one and the same. No. I'm really not enjoying this at all. I thought I would knit for a change, but it's a pretty pattern, but I'm not feeling the love, if you know what I mean. I don't know whether you do the same thing. You start a project, and if you're not feeling the love, you kind of can't get on with it, can you? Oh dear. So how is everybody? What you all doing? Are you all in love with your knitting and crocheting? And 5D, whatever it is, stuff you do or whatever you do? Oh, hello. Well, hello, Rosie. I knew it wouldn't be long before you came and gave us a visit.
Come on, Rosie. Come on. I don't need to be a movie star.
My son said, "Come along, Rosie. There's no need to be a movie star." You are not feeling the love, are you not either, Nana Michelle? Yeah. It's my shoulders with me when I knit. I think I must hunch, when I knit. So after a while, my shoulders just start to hurt. So I think when I finish this row, I shall put it on one side and, oh, look, I've knitted 2 stitches together there. I am just not feeling the love for this at all. I thought I would knit because, I sort of crochet things very fast, as you know, and I thought, well, a bit of knitting will slow me down a bit. But sadly, it's just not happening at all. Plus, I've got to stare at it, so I'll just like to finish this row, and then that's be the end of this bit of knitting. I don't know what I shall do next. Probably sit here and twiddle my thumbs all night, which is not like me at all. Oh my goodness me. How long does it take you to get to the end of a row? It's so slow, isn't it? How do people knit all the time? Maybe they don't crochet. Oh, goodness. I always thought I knitted fairly fast, but... oh, hi, Shad. Yeah. I'm just saying I'm not feeling this knitting, Shad. I'm just not. It's going to hit the unravelling stage, I think. I'm not doing it right now. I'll think about what I'm going to make. I think because I made that purple crochet one and it took me no time at all, and I really like the way it looks, I think this is what's putting me off this, is because I'm not feeling this one. Right, I'm nearly at the end of the row and this is going to go back in its little bag somewhere, wherever its little bag happens to be. Because I'm not... I mean, I went to knit club the other night, and I only knitted about 6 rows. Oh, hi, Chris. Sorry I didn't see you come in, love. I was too busy concentrating on this horrible knitting. Oh, dear. Right, this is going to be it. I've got 2 more stitches to knit, then that's the end of that. End of story. It might look nice, but it's not growing. I think I'm more of an instant knit person, or an instant gratification, do they call it? And I'm not feeling it with that at all. Just not feeling the love. So that's gone to one side. So I'm going to have to just talk to you tonight because I've got loads of other things I could be doing, but but I don't know what. No idea. You know me, one project woman or 2 project woman. And the other one over there is knitting as well. And it's just got to the big stage where I can't do it in front of everybody because it's too big and hefty. Never mind it. The trouble is when I'm not doing anything like knitting or crocheting, I usually finish up eating, which isn't good, yeah. Oh dear. Well, good evening to everybody anyway. Oh dear. I'll put some hand cream on while I'm doing it. It's weird hand cream. This is in a little pot. Can't read it because I've not got my glasses on. Oh, evening, Connie. I'm just not feeling me knitting tonight, Connie. I'm just feeling a little bit. I want to crochet, but I haven't got anything to crochet. And I'm sure you don't want me to go across to my shed in the dark, do you? To find something else to do. Oh dear. Never mind. It's sticky. It's sticky, that hand cream. What does it say it is? Can't read it. I've got to go for my diabetic eye test. And new glasses. Well, new lenses. I'm not having new glasses. Hang on, I've spent a fortune on my teeth. Hello, Tinkerbella Rose. Hello. Yeah, how is everybody? Is everybody tickety-boo? Hope you all are. The weather here is dire. It should have been... Hello, Christine. It should have been the festival, Fleetwood Lake Festival tomorrow, but they've cancelled it all because of all the adverse weather. Because normally it's like a steampunk theme. It was really good last year. I really liked it. I didn't manage to find the vintage trams, so I was going to have a good look for the vintage trams this weekend and take pictures for everybody, but it's been cancelled. They said the weather's too dire and the stalls might get blown away and everything. I don't think it's baby butt cream, no. My necklace today is not very that thrilling, actually, Shad. It's sort of... Well, I'm wearing turquoise and I'm wearing purple because I've got my house coat on. It's cold. So that's why I put this on, because it incorporates both colours, yeah. Yeah, it is hand cream. I'm sure it is. Oh, God, I can't see a thing without my glasses. Hang on a minute. I've got a little magnifying glass thingy here. Make sure it is hand cream. I've just smothered it all over my hands anyway. What does it say? Orange blossom and neroli, whatever neroli is, with honey extracts. Hand cream. Yeah, it is hand cream. Thought it was, yeah. You're loving the colours today, purple and teal, yeah. This was supposed to be a jacket that you would wear outside. That's what it was advertised as. Off my usual shop, which was Moonbeams and Mayhem. But when it arrived, it's definitely a dressing gown. You definitely couldn't go out in the street wearing it. It's long and it folds over, but it's definitely a dressing gown. Well, a house coat or whatever you want to call it. I'm sure if I went out in the street in it, they'd think I had my nightie on or something, yeah. So it's confined to be worn in the house. But for some reason or another, when it rains, I go really, really cold. I don't know whether anybody else does. I get the shivers when it's raining. Oh, it's nice enough, Chris. It's just not what you would wear outdoors, you know. It's just very dressing gowny. I'm sure they would think I'd gone out in me nightie if I went out in this. It's not really that warm. It's just sort of a bit padded. It's like a double thickness with all the hand stitching down it. It looked nice on the picture. You're freezing as well, aren't you? I know what is it? 15 degrees here at the minute, it's supposed to be. But every time it rains, I just go so chilly. I really go icy cold, and I don't know why I do. It's all in the head, isn't it? You know, your head thinks, oh, it's raining, it's cold. I've got to freeze. I literally get goosebumps pimples, goose pimples up my arms, yeah. So, but I'm sad about the Fleetwood Festival. I really was looking forward to it. Yeah, is it 14 degrees C there as well? It's 15 here, or so it says, with rain. We don't need telling about the rain. We can hear it outside, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know they wear them in pyjamas, yeah. I'm a bit too proud for that munchkin, though. I don't think I'd want to be seen in a house coat outdoors. I mean, I have been in the past, you know, when you forget to put the bin out and you can hear the bin men coming in, you run out in your dressing gown. We've all done that, haven't we? But I wouldn't willingly go out in my dressing gown. No. This is my mug. It says Knitting Queen. It was bought for me by my niece's mother-in-law, who must have thought I knitted more than I crocheted. So, you're behind on the like button. Yes, you are. There's 36 people in here and I've only got 15 thumbs. You know what I'm going to ask you, don't you? Push the button. Or I'm going to sing. You wouldn't like it if I sang, so push the button. Oh, dear. Well, what have we all been doing and what have we all been watching? Have you been watching the TV? I really haven't been watching TV much. And even on YouTube, I mean, it's all been about, you know, the presenter and the photographs and that. And if it's not that, it's Whinger and Ginger, you know. So I tend not to watch a lot of TV, really, because I try to avoid the news. Because all the news here has been a bit dire, you know, people getting stabbed, people getting run over. Like I said before, we need a good news channel, don't we? We need one. Hi, Ashley. We need a good news channel. We really do. You know, we don't all want all this doom and gloom, do we? All the time. Every time you switch on, it's something disastrous that's happened somewhere. And you're like, oh, please, you know, can we just have some good news somewhere? Where am I from? Well, I'm actually from Oldham via Manchester, but then now I'm in Fleetwood. You thumbs up on the way in after wiping your feet. Oh, good show, Nana Michelle, yeah. I always thumbs up people. When I start watching their videos, I always do a thumbs up, yeah. Unless, of course, I really hate it, and then I don't do anything at all. I just leave. But you got a sunburn in the shade. Oh, my goodness me. You've been looking up about making a knitted cardigan. I'm just off my knitting at the minute, Connie. I really am. It's not quick enough for me anymore. I feel as though I want to knit, and then when I start knitting, I think, oh, it's so slow, this. How long is it to the end of the row? Oh, I used to knit all the time. I knitted more than I crocheted at one stage in my life, but I just can't get back in the swing of it. I just can't. Maybe I should start with a baby cardigan, but then I don't know any babies, so if there was any babies to knit for, then I'd be all right, wouldn't I? But there isn't. It's, you know, not in my family, there isn't. And I don't know anybody else who, like, appreciates having knitted things, you know, for their babies, so. And I certainly can't sell them, so what's the point, you know? I mean, I watch Sheila, you know, with her knitted tips and things, and she sells her little knitted cardigans, but I can't, yeah. Cables are not too bad once you get into them, Connie. It's actually just moving stitches around from one place to another, you know. Yeah. You've been lazy, Nana Michelle. I'm sure you haven't been lazy. I'm sure you've been doing things in the house, yeah. I've been out and about because I got new tyres on the scooter. You put solid tyres on. I am so glad that I didn't have to pay for them because they cost about £100. What we're talking about? Well, mostly people in here, Ashley, knit or crochet or do some form of crafting. Yeah. Yeah, you were just a little Lily, weren't you? Lily White. Hey, Kaz. Look who's there. Kaz is in the house. I guess you're not working tomorrow. How old am I? That's a little bit rude, Ashley. You don't ask a lady how old she is. Yeah. You need to be my neighbour. Well, I could show you what to do. I can do knitting. Yeah, I could show you what to do. Whether I'll do it myself is another matter. Mm. I want somebody to be my neighbour who would help me in the shed. Yeah. You're a bit nosy, aren't you, Ashley? Where have I lived first? I was born in Royton. Then I moved to Chadderton, and then I moved to Prestwich, and now I live in Fleetwood. Does that answer all your questions? You've got tomorrow off, Kaz. We'll make the most of it, love. What do you have planned? Do you have something planned for tomorrow? And you're off till Wednesday. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Go mad. Go mad. I used to love having long weekends when I was working. Oh, it felt great, not having to go in. If it was only a Monday. There's something about Mondays, isn't there? Oh, thank you, Ashley. I'm not really. Something about Mondays when you're working, isn't it? It's like, oh, Monday. I mean, it was worse for me because I only really had Sunday off, yeah, because I used to have to work Saturdays, yeah. Yeah. But when you're retired, every day's the same, and it's like difficult to sort of organise yourself, really, Is it raining? Is it raining? Yeah, we need Noah and his ark. Yeah, that's what we need round here. It's like watching it bounce down and hammering on the windows. It's terrible. You've been watching the tennis. Why did they have tennis with the rain? Or was it not raining in Wimbledon? It's been certainly raining here, yeah. Well, it's the same here, Kaz. I was doing some knitting and I'm just not feeling it at all. Just not feeling it at all, yeah. Every day's not the same actually with me because I've got like my knit clubs that I plan my days around my knit clubs, yeah. Monday is the knit club at the library, but this week it's the diabetes, the old blood out the arm stuff on Monday as well as knit club. Tuesday I look after the dogs. Wednesday it's 2 knit clubs, one in the afternoon and one in the evening. Thursdays it's cafe day. And Friday and the weekend is do what you want day. They had the roof on for the centre court, yeah. You're very inquisitive, let's just say, Ashley, wanting to know all these answers. Yeah, yeah. What's on Chris's list? Another one. Yeah. He's been peeing down in London all day, I think. It's not been. We've had the thunder in the distance, but it's supposed to be really bad thunder and lightning this weekend, which is why they cancelled, the festival. I was so looking forward to it as well. All the floats, and they do a lot of like steampunk type floats. People on, walking on stilts and on high bicycles and stuff like that. And then they have the vintage minis, and they have the Arctic lorries, and then they have the vintage trams. And I was so looking forward to it, but of course it's been cancelled. And they haven't even postponed it; they've cancelled it. Oh. I mean, it was cancelled for years because of COVID, wasn't it? Yeah. You've had a week off so far. You had Wednesday, Thursday, and tomorrow's a holiday. The rest of the week's your usual days off. Ooh, yeah. Ashley, you're very nosy asking all these questions. Why is it important that you find out all these things about me? Yeah, thunder and lightning, yeah. I am terrified, Kaz. I really am. My dad tried his best when I was little to make me not be frightened, but it never worked. My ex-husband used to think it was hysterical because I used to be practically under the stairs, you know. And I tried not to instill that in my son, and I did, because he's not frightened of it one bit, yeah. Yeah. Ashley, what are you going on about? Do you know talking is bad for me? No, it's not. Yeah, whistle, definitely. Definitely a whistle. Somebody whistle, yeah. Oh, dear. Ashley, you're getting boring now. I hate the thunder, yeah. I have a lady at Knit Club on a Wednesday. She knits these fantastic errands. She's always knitting errands, yeah. Yeah. It's just, I can do them. I've just lost the interest in them. Oh, gosh, what we're saying here. Emergency crew scrambles. A cyclist has been injured in a Salford crash. That's about the umpteenth. Your talking's good, but not when you keep asking questions. No, we don't discuss religion, politics, race, or anything on here because it causes too much aggravation, yeah. You know, because people have got different beliefs. I'm not being funny with you, Ashley. People have different beliefs, so we don't go into that. People believe what they want to believe. People are who they want to be. We don't have questions about, you know, race, sexuality, religion, anything like that. We just keep it nice, yeah. He or she is new here, so perhaps they don't know the rules, yeah. We don't want to upset people. We're all happy little band here, aren't we? You know. You never finish your doll sweater. I never started mine. Yeah, yeah. We just discuss different. We discuss all kinds of things, really, but nothing too controversial because it can get a bit heated and then you upset people, and I don't want to do that. You know, Saturday nights is kind of like a relaxation night, and I hope everybody feels comfortable when they're in here. I would hate for people to think that, you know, we don't like this, we don't like that, we don't like the other, because it's not true. It is not true. We're a happy little band of campers. Yeah. Who looks like Zippy from Rainbow Me? Oh, yeah, we always like to keep things. Life is awful, isn't it? And so many people are going through so many awful things that it's nice not to have anything heavy. I think, you know, I like to keep it light, keep it nice, keep it cheerful. I don't like to discuss anything that's, you know, like bad news or whatever. I just, yeah, because it just brings everybody down, doesn't it? I mean, we have had odd nights when it started getting a bit, ooh, and it just brings everybody down. And I think we need a, you know, they're coming to take me away, one of those kind of channels, you know. Oh, there is every time. And even in my family and in my friends, I've had so much bad news this last week. I just, you know, I just don't want to think about it. Yeah. You know, there is too much sadness, you're right there, without adding to it. Yeah. But I mean, it's just, yeah, we're on the happy wagon. I'm not on the happy pills, by the way. I'm just on the happy wagon. Yeah. Oh, I thought, yeah, oh, thank you, Julie. Yeah, see, you want cheering up, don't you too, love? Yeah, yeah. I get the winter blues. Is it called SAD? SAD, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll all cheer Julie up. It's not a nice thing, is it? So we'll all be happy and jolly. Think positive, Julie. We'll all think positive for you. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in positive thinking. It's. Mm, you've got to think that way, haven't you? Yeah. I hate the winter. Oh, I really do. And it's starting to go wintry here. I had to have my coat on, my big, thick coat on the other day. And I thought, this is ridiculous. It's July, for goodness sake. I shouldn't be wearing my heavy coat again. But I needed it. It was so cold. I nearly got blown in the sea. Ha. That's not possible, is it, with my lovely svelte figure? But I felt like I was going to get blown into the sea. Yeah. It was that bad. Coming back wasn't too bad, but going down there was like woo, woo, woo. The sea was rough and blasting, and I thought, oh dear, there was not many people on the seafront, I tell you. And like the little dogs, we can't put them on the seafront at the moment because there's been a leak in the sewerage, which is not a very nice topic, is it? But it means that the sea's a bit polluted here. So we haven't let the dogs go anywhere near. Yeah. You've had the heat at that. I felt like putting it on. Julie, you're not on your own. That's why I've got my dressing gown thing on. Yeah. Yeah, I nearly got blown away. As my dad would say, it would take a very, very strong gale to get you off your feet, Janet. Yeah. He never let you get above yourself, my dad. Yeah. It's been hot. Oh, send a bit over here. Send a bit over here. Could do with a bit of sunshine. It's July, for goodness sake. Ooh, Chris is always hot, is he? Ooh. In what way do you mean that, Kaz? Hot as in, or hot as in, do you mean he's a bit of hot stuff? I don't know, because I've only seen a little picture of him about that big. They keep saying we're going to have a heat wave, but I don't know where it is. It's definitely not here in Fleetwood. I think Fleetwood's at the end of the, yeah. You want to go and live with the Eskimos? Oh my goodness, no. You find it a rare day? We don't have air conditioning. We've got no need for it here. It'd just be a wasted expense, yeah. You wouldn't turn him away. I don't know. I've only seen a little picture about that big. So I've no idea what Chris looks like. And knowing Chris, he's probably a picture from aeons ago. He keeps telling me he's grown his hair since then. I've not seen many people really, unless they. Oh God, can we not call them Eskimos anymore? Oh, flipping heck. You're frightened of opening your mouth these days in case you say the wrong thing. You can't say this, you can't say the other. Ooh. Honestly. No, I don't do the PC thing either. They, them, who, what, were, whatever. I'm too old for that sort of stuff. To me, if somebody wants to be called them, they must be bipolar or something, I just don't understand it at all, no. Inuit or something. Yeah, but When you grow up saying Eskimos for 70 years of your life, and they suddenly want to be called Inuits, I mean, it's like my geography that I learnt at school is no use now because they've changed the names of everywhere. So you're like, what used to be this name is that name, and you don't know where you. I can't picture places in the world anymore because they've all changed names. And when I learned geography, it was all called something else. Yeah, you got an ad for internet dating. It's better than funerals. I get funerals and cremations. I get. So at least you got internet dating. Yeah, ennui. Yeah, it's Inuit. Inuits. Yeah, ennui. Yeah. So bored. Yeah. mm, I know. You don't know. When you say I would like to visit, and the people say, "Well, where's that?" Because it's not called that anymore. I wish the world would stop being so flipping bothered. I think unless you say something in a nasty way, I don't think it matters whether you say he, she, it, whatever. It's only when people say things nastily. And if you don't say it in a nasty way, to me, I don't think anybody should take offence. All this, oh, they've called me a he when I'm a them, and oh, and a they, and I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, calm down, will you? Unless somebody insults you or says it nasty, then I don't think you should take offence there. I mean, like many people my age, have been called a lot of things in my lifetime, which I just take in my stride, I've had my bottom patted many, many times by men, an arm round the waist many times by men. But I haven't taken offence because they didn't mean it in an offensive way. They just did it as affectionately way, So I never took offence at all. But now it'll be like, oh, don't you touch my bottom. Oh, don't you put your arm round me. Oh. Yeah. No, I don't think they live in igloos anymore. Yeah, you're frightened, aren't you, of saying anything in case people take offence, yeah. But as I say, I think it's the way you say things. Or it's certain people who want to be pedantic about these things. It's just, I don't understand it, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can speak your mind without being nasty, can't you? You can say what you think. I mean, if I call somebody he and they wanted to be called them, I'm sorry, but you're a he to me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be. I've got chocolate buttons and I've got me crisps, and when I've got my blood test on Monday for my diabetes, and it's going to be. But I've put on 5 pounds since I've not had my injections. It's not my fault if all these obese people are trying to inject themselves to lose weight because they're so rich they can afford to buy it, and I can't get it on the NHS now. I've heard one of the side effects is that when you stop taking it, you balloon. So I am hoping that when these stars and celebs can't get this jab anymore, they go, whoa, and blow up like a balloon. Yeah. I hope so, yeah. Oh, when I was young, yeah, I loved a wolf whistle. Ooh, yes. Woo-hoo. Made you feel good about yourself for the rest of the day, didn't it? I can't do fasting. I really can't do fasting because of my diabetes. I'm supposed to eat something every few hours, but You left your DNA here, Cal. Hi, Cal. Anyway, how are you doing? You've left your stamp just to say you were here. You've got peanuts, M&Ms, and you don't care. No, I don't really care. That's my trouble. If I could care more, then maybe I would be good. I do. Well, I don't say I try. I don't really try. I tell me diabetes nurse that I try, but I don't really. You know, I can't do fasting because, like you say, I'm supposed to eat something every 4 hours. But I'm supposed to eat something healthy, which is, always in doubt. To keep my blood sugars level, I shouldn't fast, you see. So, can't do it. Not that I would want to, Chris, sorry, but I wouldn't. The only time I've fasted is like involuntarily when I've been very, very ill for some reason or other and can't keep food down. Then I have fasted, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, I know, life's too short, isn't it? Yeah. Since I've stopped these injections, well, not me, since they stopped the injections, I'm hungry all the time. Always, always hungry. And I blame it on stopping these injections. They said, don't stop them suddenly. You've got to wean yourself off them. But it's not my fault if I can't get them, is it? So I hope these celebs who are using up my injections balloon. People like Vanessa Feltz and Boris Johnson. I hope they go, bleh, get really, really fat. Yeah. Yeah, it would do, Kaz. I mean, you can do all you want, can't you? Try to eat healthily, try to do this, try to do that. And I don't think in the end it makes a whole lot of difference. I believe in like kismet, really. That if your name's on that ticket, it's your time. And if your time's up, your time's up. It doesn't matter how healthy. If you've been eating grass and drinking water all your life, I don't think it makes any difference, yeah. You fast. I just couldn't do it. I don't have the willpower. I really don't. When I hold my hand up, I don't have the willpower. Yeah. Yeah, I put on weight as soon as I stopped working, Kaz. Yeah. I'm not moving about the same as I used to. It's just, I think it's more difficult to lose weight the older you get. Yeah. Well, that's Kermit, love, Kermit. Oh, dear. You have your dinner date. Yeah, well, it'll have to be fish with shad because he catches a lot of fish, Kaz. You have to like fish with shad. Chris likes a variety of things, but Shad's more onto the fish. And the word be true, she has the fish as well, yeah. Well, I was hoping to meet up with an old friend tomorrow, I invited him to this Fleetwood thingamajiggle, but of course now it doesn't happen. I've had to tell him it's not there. Yeah. I had fish today. I had, fish cakes. I like tin tuna, but for some reason or other, I don't like fresh tuna. Yeah, and I don't like anchovies. Ooh, that's one fish I don't like, anchovies. Ugh. And I'm not mad about smoky fish. Kippers and stuff like that. Not mad about them, yeah. You piled it on, did you? Oh, it's so hard to get rid of it. It is. It's so hard. It's so easy to put weight on. You take your eye off the ball and boom. But then it's so hard to get rid of it. Life's unfair. I mean, I don't want to be one of those £600 life people, you know what I mean? I want to stay within reason, but, you know, as long as I'm reasonably healthy, then, you know. But according to my diabetes nurse, I'm in danger of whatever. You know, the way she looks at me, it's like, you know, you might not be here tomorrow if you don't work, you know, but. Well, I went up to 18.5 stone. Oh, I didn't feel it coming on, if you know what I mean. But now when I look at photographs of when I was 18.5 stone, I can't believe I was that big. And I'm thinking, how did I allow myself to get that big? But it's so easy. So easy. You take your eye off the ball. You know, you start snacking on things you shouldn't be snacking on. And then, whoop. Yeah. It's so easy. If losing weight was as easy as putting it on, we'd all be lovely and slender, wouldn't we? Oh, dear. Well, are you happy, or you know, at that weight, or does it make you miserable? You know, that's the trouble with me is I want to lose the weight, but it's not making me miserable enough to make me to diet. Yeah, when I was 18.5 stone, I was miserable because clothes looked awful on me and I looked like a barrel. Yeah, but that made me miserable enough to want to diet. But now, I keep thinking, now I'm not that miserable. Have another sweetie. It doesn't make any difference. Yeah. I mean, I've had me, what, is it 4 score and 10, is it, or something, whatever it is, yeah. I'm about 6 stone all the way for my height. I'm only 5'2" as well, Munchkin, yeah. So, you know, any weight I'm carrying, you know, well, like they say, round is a shape, isn't it? You know, I used to have an hourglass figure, but now round's a shape, isn't it? I've got the apple look, you know. I'm not a pear or anything like that. I'm an apple. Oh, what was that? Something fell. Oh, it was a book that fell off the a book fell off the sofa, made a crash. Yeah, drinking chocolate. Yeah, hot chocolate, drinking chocolate. You remember that advert? Hot chocolate, drinking chocolate. Hot chocolate, drinking chocolate. I remember all the old adverts. I don't like the new ones though. There's some horrible new ones, isn't there? That great big bloke doing the Slim Fast. I wouldn't buy any Slim Fast looking at him. Yeah, ringy bell. Ringy bell. You can ring my bell. Oh, I've got all these messages. What? Who's sending me messages? Christmas in July. What the heck's all that about? Christmas in December is enough for me. I do not want Christmas in July. You want to be indoor and the Ubers you eat, yeah. I don't know whether fasting does help in losing weight. I've never tried it, so I can't tell you that, Connie. I can honestly say I've never tried fasting unless I've been ill. You know, if I've been really, really, really ill, then I've fasted. I'm having M&S potato chips now. Hi, Sina. M&S hand-cooked, lightly sea-salted crisps. You going fishing tonight for some catfish? Are they nice to eat, or do you just like catching them and throwing them back? Oh, my scooter's got 2 new solid tyres on it now. It makes a funny buzzing noise when it's going down the road now, like a drumming noise, but as long as I don't get punctures, I don't care. When I was on the injections, I didn't feel hungry the same. But since they've stopped them, I feel hungry all the time, yeah. I know I could never do it, Chris. Yeah, we moved here in lockdown. It was awful. Shops were all shut, and there isn't a lot of shops to start off with around here. And of course, you couldn't get any tradespeople, to put windows in, do things like that. I had to wait months to get anybody. The people who were working outside weren't too bad because they were allowed to come. It was people who were working in your house that weren't supposed to do it. I mean, our neighbour did our central heat and he wasn't really supposed to come in the house, but hey ho, we opened all the doors and the windows. Oh, they're really crunchy, these crisps. They're definitely not soggy. They keep wanting me to have another jab, for this COVID, but I keep saying no. No, thank you. I was so ill after the last one. First 2 were fine. The third one was a doozy. So the fourth one, I think, no. I'll not bother. They keep trying to persuade me, but I keep saying, no, I don't want them. I don't want one. You made me ill last time, so I don't want one. Oh, it was a coincidence. I said, no, it wasn't. I was hale and healthy till you jabbed me. The wind is blowing down the chimney. It sounds like the Hammer House of Horrors. Woo! I could record that sound and sell it to anybody who does films. Yeah, I know. How many jabs do you think we need? People said we're going to have them all the time after that. I thought, oh, God, no. It's a different strain or something. I mean, you don't hear many people having COVID now, or if you do, they're not ill. Yeah, come down the chimney here, Kaz. Woo, 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 down the chimney. Woo. I like my bedroom when it's windy because it's sandwiched between 2 rooms. And it doesn't have a window to the outside. So it cocoons me. Can't hear the wind or anything. Can't even hear the rain when I'm in my bedroom. It's great. No, I'm not anti-jab. I'm not one of these anti-vaxxers people. It's just I'm sick of being jabbed. I've had 3 jabs. How many more do they want me to have? No, I'm not one of these drum, whatever, card carrying anti-vaxxers. I'm not one of them. I believe in vaccinations. It's just I don't want any more. I have my anti-flu jab. I have that every year. I have my anti-flu because of my breathing difficulties and stuff. But and obviously over the years I've had everything that was going. You know, the tetanus and all the jabs you had when you was kids. Yeah, you never had any choice, did you? Your mother took you along and they stuck something in your arm. You didn't have a choice about that. Hiya, Joe. Hello. How are you doing, Joe? Have you got your dad here yet? Have you got the move? Has he got him moved yet? Hope all is well in the Floozy household. Is Mr. Fiber Floozy okay? Since you've had him working. Oh, that's nice. He's going to be around the corner from you, is he? Keep your eye on him then, can't you? Make sure he's eating properly and all that jazz. I think that's why they moved me in with them, because they thought I was eating too much junk food. Probably I was, but never mind. I'm sorry if I'm crunching, but these are very crunchy crisps. Nearly finished them. Hi, Claire. Yeah, dear. I don't know. People and laptop. I'm not good with computers and all that stuff. It's like me when I'm on my Kindle on my phone. I type anything because I can't see the keys. You look at something that you've typed and it's like a load of rubbish, isn't it? Meatloaf, mashed potatoes and salad. Right, everybody round to Jill's. She's made meatloaf. It'll go round. She can slice it thin. I love mashed potatoes, especially if they're done with butter. I'm quite a plain eater, really. I love things like that, mashed potato and stuff. I've only had meatloaf a couple of times, yeah. I don't cook anymore, Jill. I wouldn't even know where to start with the air fryer. Yeah, meatloaf isn't sort of eaten a lot in the UK. It seems to be more a US thing. It's like macaroni cheese, isn't it? That seems to be more a US thing. It's not a staple diet in the UK. There's a lot of things that don't sort of come over here. Oh, I hate mac and cheese. I don't understand what the great passion is for it. It's vile stuff. It's the stuff your mother used to give you when you was a kid. And you've always hated it ever since. I can't eat steak anymore. Hello, my nicked saloon. I can't eat steak anymore. My teeth are not chewing teeth anymore. I said to my son today, I'm going to get one of them Moolilex things, you know, that you chop it up like baby food, yeah? You've got the memory of a pea. Oh, dear. You're not on your own with the memory of a pea, Claire. Oh, dear. I've never made a meatloaf. I must confess I never have. Excuse me while I just get me drink. Oh, my knees. Oh, I'm getting old. I'm getting old, folks. I hate to admit it, but I am. I'm getting flipping old. Oh, and I can't reach my bottle now. My last bottle in my cupboard. My dandelion and burdock. Oh, don't get old. I think we don't think of meatloaf because we weren't brought up with it. You know. Right, cheers. Having me dandelion and burdock. Run out of coffee. Oh, the wind is still whistling down the chimney. Look what I've got. Can't you tell I went to M&S? Caramel-filled buttons. Don't tell me diabetes, nurse, will you? Yeah. You see, I like what we used to call faggots, and I don't think we can call them that anymore. But they're like a sort of a spicy meatball-y thing. Craft I'm working on today, I've given it up. I was doing some knitting, and I've decided knitting's not for me, Julie. Multitasking is definitely beyond me, Claire, so you're not on your own. Christmas in July is all right if you started in July making things for Christmas. But from what I can gather, this Christmas in July is a whole different thing. I love IKEA or IKEA, whatever they're called. I love their meatballs. They're lovely. I mean, these are caramel filled. There's not much caramel in them. Oh, I've got mascara running down my cheek now. There's a lot of things that we don't get. Like in England, we don't have things like biscuits with gravy because it's like white sauce, isn't it? We don't have that at all. Yeah. Hi, Lizzie. Yeah, we don't have. I mean, when I used to read American books, I used to think biscuits in gravy because biscuits to us are like your cookies. Gravy is brown, you know. I just think, why do they put gravy on a cookie? Lizzie, can you send some of the heat over here? It's blooming throwing a gale. They've cancelled our Fleetwood Festival because of the weather. Yeah, their biscuits in America, from what I can gather, are like our scones. And then they have this white gravy stuff that's like white sauce. We can have the wind and the rain here, missus. Come on, live in Fleetwood, we wouldn't know what a sun is. I think we've had our summer now. Oh, you're tapping out now, are you? Okie dokie, you're going fishing, or where are you going? No, Fleetwood here is nice in the sun, and it's very rare that there's no wind. I didn't think that moving to the coast or moving to this coast meant so much wind. I've always thought of the coast as being like when I go on my holidays and it being nice and warm. I didn't realise that Fleetwood would be so cold. Yeah. You see, we don't have any sausage flavoured white gravy. We don't have anything like that. It's weird. There's a lot of things that don't translate. It's like root beer. That tastes like germaline, like some antiseptic to me. I do not like root beer at all. I bought some because I've seen that everybody's in America is going mad about root beer, and I'm like, ugh. It was so awful. I don't think it would sell over here because the minute you said biscuits over here, we would think of cookies. You know, we don't have what you call biscuits over here. We have scones or scones, but we wouldn't put gravy on them. Huh? Our traditional breakfast over here. Oh, Hershey's chocolate's vile. Ugh. It really is vile, yeah. That does not translate over here. Well, traditional English breakfast, like it's bacon, fried egg, sausage, fried bread, either baked beans or tomatoes. That's your traditional, sometimes black pudding. That's your traditional English breakfast. Although less and less these days because people are more health conscious. I tend to have like a poached egg on toast or something like that. I don't like avocados. Oh yeah, mushrooms. Sometimes there's mushrooms. I don't like this avocado stuff on your toast. Oh, sometimes hash browns, yeah. I don't think we have anything like ground sausage meat. We have sausages, but we don't have sausage meat, I don't think. Might be wrong, but I don't think so. No, I when I soft cook eggs, I chop them up, salt and pepper, and a bit of butter in a cup. I don't like the egg whites unless they're all chopped up together. Same when I fry an egg, I cut off most of the white and throw it in the bin. Oh, I like ice cream floats with Coca-Cola or sarsaparilla, but not root beer. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like the white when you boil an egg. I can't. If I had a boiled egg and soldiers, I would leave all the white. Yeah. Yeah, I've got to chop up my egg in a cup and put some buttered toast, yeah. Oh, these are so sickly. Not eating any more of them. They're very sickly, those. Caramel. Caramel chocolate buttons are too sickly. Yeah, I love a fried egg, but not the white. I always trim most of the white off, throw it in the bin. Don't know what there is about egg white. Yeah, I'll have a poached egg. I'll eat the white of a poached egg. I had eggs Benedict the other day. Well, we're out. They're okay, but I wouldn't rush to have them again. Salted popcorn is only just, well, the last few years. Our popcorn over here was always butter popcorn. I don't like salted popcorn. I only like it if it's butter popcorn. I don't like these salted caramels either. I'm weird. My daughter-in-law does crushed potatoes. I'd rather have mash. Rather have mash. Butterkist. Oh, yeah, butterkist is the... It doesn't taste the same anymore. They've took some out of it. I think it's a sugar. Popcorn today doesn't taste nice anymore. It's like fluffy stuff. I bought some the other week and I thought, I'm not buying this again. That's it. They take all the taste out of everything. Nothing tastes the same. It's like Horlicks. Horlicks tastes like water these days. You have to put about 7 teaspoons in it to make it taste like anything like Horlicks. I think they've taken the malt out of it. All this good for you stuff. They're like forcing us to be healthy when they take the salt out of everything. They put a load of additives in that we don't want, and they take all the salt off. Butterkist is It's popcorn, but it's lathered in like, it's cooked in like butter or whatever. It's like almost like a toffee coating on it. Yeah. It's like shiny, you know. It's not like fluffy white stuff. It's shiny like it's been dipped in toffee. But it doesn't taste the same anymore now they've stopped it, yeah. The new lot doesn't taste the same, Kaz. It really doesn't. It tastes like nothing. Yeah, it's like buttered toffee. I don't like ordinary popcorn, that white, fluffy stuff. That tastes like you're eating nothing. I don't wonder it's not got any calories, though. I don't know what a Cracker Jack is. Like we say, Cracker Jack over here used to be cheese. Was it Cracker Barrel? I think it was Cracker Barrel. We used to have cheese to call that. Used to be like a rectangle shape. I used to like that cheese. It was nice. But like everything else, it's not there anymore. I looked all over the supermarket the other day for Lancashire cheese. They had every other cheese known to man, including that mouldy cheese stuff, blue cheese stuff, and all that kind of cheese. But did they have any Lancashire cheese? No. It's like everything doesn't taste the same. They try to say it's because you're getting older, your taste buds are not the same. It's nothing to do with that. It's because they change the ingredients. The powers that be say, oh, it's got too much sugar in, it's got too much this in, too much salt in, too much whatnot in. You can't have this, you can't have that. Oh, no, no peanuts, no. Thought of peanuts makes me feel, can't stand nuts. I'm not allergic to nuts, I just don't like them. Cracker Jack. Yeah, that was where you got a cabbage or something as a prize. Fiddle faddle. I prefer the old-fashioned stuff. But everything changes and they think we all want to be vegans these days. And we don't. You're made to feel like a traitor because you eat some kind of meat these days. Yeah. You can't get anything the same anymore. Meat doesn't taste the same. It's all chewy. My son says to me, you don't like steak anymore. I don't, because it's like leather for some reason or other anymore. Oh, Cracker Jack was a sweet treat. I thought you meant the show Cracker Jack with Leslie Crowe there. But it's like sweets. You go, there's an old-fashioned sweet shop on Affinity in Fleetwood. And they have like old-fashioned sweets, except they don't taste the same. Yeah. It's Friday, it's 5 to 5, and it's Cracker Jack. I used to like the other one. The 6-5 specials running down the line. 6-5 special right on time. It was before Top of the Pops, wasn't it? That. Yeah, I used to watch the 6-5 special. I can't remember who did it now. Was it Pete? Pete somebody or other. It's your dad's ringtone, is it? The 6-5 special. What was he called? Pete or something, other than the DJ. Long gone now, probably long dead now. Ready, Steady, Go with Kathy McGowan, yeah. Pete Murray, that was the one. Oh, that Janice, do you remember her? I'll give it 5. Well, they used to play new records, and if they liked them, they used to whatever. And she used to say, I'll give it 5. She was proper brummy, wasn't she? Janice, somebody she was called. Oh, hi. Hi, son. Yeah, Fluff, Alan Freeman, yeah. They're all good, don't they? Jukebox Jury, yeah, that's the one. I'll give it 5. David Jacobs, yeah. All these old ones. They're all the better ones, weren't they? Yeah, Kathy McGowan. Isn't she married to, what's he called, that singer now? Not Alfie Bow, the other one. Michael Ball. She's married to Michael Ball, isn't she, Kathy McGowan? Yeah. Yeah, she's a lot older than Michael Ball, isn't she? But they've been married for years, haven't they? Years and years. Is that how you talk? Oh, how lovely. I like watching Sheila's, knit and natter thing, whatever it is, because she's, Janice Nichols, yeah. She's proper Newcastle, isn't she? I wish my hair's falling out by the ton because I bleach it. You work with her sister. I used to like What's My Line as well. Gilbert, whatever he was called, yeah. But yeah, I love Sheila's accent, yeah. When she's talking about a bingo. Oh, I'm going to have a rant, she says. I'm having a bit of a rant. It's always about stamps, isn't it, or diversions or something. And her PDFs. She's funny. Going to the post office in the rain. Gilbert Harding, that was it, yeah. What's My Line, yeah. We always used to watch that. Back in the days when they were on, Gilbert Harding, that there wasn't much choice, was there? I think there was only one channel. There was only BBC. So you had to watch BBC or nothing, yeah. Yeah, I don't watch her tutorials, I must admit, because I'm not that much of a knitter, but I still watch her, even though, she knits most of the time. I just love listening to her waffling on about her diversions and her bingo. It's Thursday, going to the bingo. Yeah, I'm not crazy about these new modern quiz shows and that now. I'm just not mad about them. I just don't watch them. You know, the new ones, like, I don't know. You know, the chase and stuff like that. I don't watch it. I don't like them. You know, Huey Green, yeah. Oh, the new shows. I mean, they're all reality shows, aren't they? And weird quiz games and stuff. I mean, you turn on, and if you watched it in the afternoon, it's like quiz game after quiz game after quiz game. And then later on, it's reality show, isn't it, and stuff. And I'm thinking, it's just not for me. Just not for me at all. I pick and choose what I watch on the TV. I don't know who. Somebody must watch all this rubbish because they keep putting it on, don't they? You know. Yeah. Huey Green was Paula Yates' real dad. She didn't find out till she was grown up, did she? Oh, I don't like the chase now. I don't know why. I just don't like quiz games or anything where they have to. The only one I ever used to watch was University Challenge because at least there used to be intelligent questions and intelligent answers. I don't like all these banal rubbish things. We've got to pick from 3 answers and stuff like that. You know, I don't know. And as for these reality shows, oh my giddy aunt, who watches them? Just, I'm a celebrity that I have never heard of. Get me out of here. Celebrity, who? Well, you thought they were in 2 layers, Cassie. I did at first, yeah. Isabel Barnett, yeah, she was on with Gilbert Harding, wasn't she? Yeah, University Challenge. Yeah, that was much more intellectual, wasn't it? I own a TV, but as you can see, I tend to watch old things, you know, like Dad's Army and stuff like that, or Father Brown, or that nun thing, what she's called, Sister Boniface. Yeah, I don't watch much other stuff at all. I used to watch Endeavour, you know, Morse, things like that. Midsummer Murders, yeah. But anything else I don't like. Or watch Van der Valk. Da, 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 da. I used to like Van der Valk when it was Barry Foster. That's going back a bit. But he's passed away now, so it has to be that other bloke now. I haven't got a DVD player anymore. I've got some DVDs. I've got some box sets, but I keep meaning to get a DVD player. I think my son said he's got one upstairs. Oh, Pearl Carr and Teddy Johnson, yeah, I remember them. Fanny Craddock. Are you old enough to remember Fanny Craddock and her cooking? Mm. I used to like the Galloping Gourmet, Graham Kerr. Yeah, the original All Creatures Great and Small was much better, wasn't it? I watched the lady who was in it the other day. She owns a vineyard now in France somewhere with her husband. The woman who played the original. in All Creatures Great and Small. Can't think of her name now. But she lives with her, she's about 80 now. She lives with her husband in a vineyard in France. Yeah, Carol Drinkwater, that's the one, yeah. Yeah, I used to like come dancing. I don't like this Strictly stuff. I used to like come dancing when it was all sequence dancing and ballroom dancing, and they all had them frou-frou frocks on. And they used to do sequence dancing. I used to like that, but Strictly, no. I like to watch the cooking shows when what's he called, like Michael Roux or something, the one who's lives in France. And there's another lady, a big girl, she lives in Italy now. I like watching things like that. I don't like watching the ordinary cooking shows. Can't think what she's called now. Yeah, they used to say, and she's been up all night sewing all the sequins on her dress. I used to love all that. Hi, Yolanda. Yeah, I like the hairy bikers. They're more down to earth, aren't they? I don't like these what I call Ponzi cooks, the ones who use about 95 different really expensive ingredients, that you're never likely to use. Born free. Oh, God, yeah. I can see her now, that born free woman, but yeah. We don't call it the British Baking Show. We call it something else. It's only called the British Baking Show in America. I got fed up with cakes. They use all these fancy dancy in Bill Travers and Virginia, yeah. British Bake Off, that's what it's called in England. The Great British Bake Off. I just don't like watching. Yeah, Sister Boniface and Father Brown, I like that. I used to like Dad's Army and stuff like that. And it ain't half hot, Mum. I'm not into a lot of the modern comedy. I'm just not. I look at it and think, that's not funny. Well, I don't think I'd be very nice if somebody was stuffing things in my mouth. My dentist is horrible. I'm not going back to her, yeah. Or to the Manor Born, yeah. There was a thing on the other day about Penelope Keith. She was in like The Good Life and that. Virginia McKenna, that's the one, yeah. Yeah, the old shows were much, much better. I'm not being funny, but some of the new ones, I can't see them being put on year after year in the future. Some of these modern, things like Bread. You used to watch Bread, didn't I? And was it 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps? Yeah. Oh, the old Darling Buds and May was great with David Jason, but the new one's rubbish. I watched a couple of the new ones and it's just rubbish. Matt Monroe, that's bringing memories back. No, the modern Darling Buds and May was just not the same. Not the same at all. I couldn't believe. I mean, it was all David Jason and Catherine Zeta-Jones, wasn't it? And they were the original Darling Buds and May, but the new one, I just couldn't get into it at all. Bradley Walsh was rubbish in it now. Yeah, Strictly Sickly. Yeah, I can't watch that. I can't understand how everybody goes mad over it. Celebrities trying to dance. No. I'd rather they didn't bother. Oh, Catherine Zeta-Jones, she was really pretty when she was young. Everybody was half, well, all the males in Britain, I think, were half in love with Catherine Zeta-Jones when she was on that. But a lot of the cookery shows, I just don't like all the stuff they expect you to have in your larder. Who has all this stuff? You don't want all this pinch of this, pinch of that, pinch of the other. And you're like, no. Just use ordinary ingredients and salt and pepper and a bit of something. People just don't have those ingredients to hand. And if you went out and bought everything, it means your recipe costs you a fortune to make it. It's not what the average lady in the house could be making. You might watch it, but you'd never in a million dreams actually make it. Because you're thinking, I'm not going down the supermarket buying all these ingredients now. Like the hairy bikers, at least they use more. I used to like the one where it was like recipes that your mother made or something. Yeah, she's still beautiful. I mean, he's not weathering well, is he? Her husband, he looks a bit old and knackered now. Yeah. I remember years ago there was a program on it. Wasn't on long, and it used to be for students or people on a budget. And this person, I can't remember it, used to make everything like store cupboard stuff that was really cheap to make. But it didn't last long. I think there was only one series, yeah. But that would be making very, very basic things. I think it was aimed at students, actually. And I remember watching it, yeah. And thinking, that's more like it, yeah. Meals on a budget kind of thing, yeah. Which would be very, very good these days, wouldn't it? For, people who haven't got much money. You could make nourishing meals on a budget, Things to do with a baked potato, Things to do with a bit of mince, yeah. I mean, a lot of today's young ones don't know how to cook. They're so used to going to McDonald's or KFC or buying a ready meal and putting it in the oven. They don't actually know how to cook. I think, there is too much fast food. It's not doing anybody any good. Yeah. I mean, my mum was a whiz, with stretching a penny. She was an absolute whiz at it. We never had much money when I was growing up. We did later on in life when I was about a teenager. When we had the shops, we did have a bit more money. But when I was actually growing up as a small child, I mean, it was like just after the war and everything was on a ration. And you couldn't get things. You just had to make do with what you had. And even when you could get things, my mum didn't have any money, so she was like a wizard stretching a bit of meat or making a cheese and onion pie and stuff like that. I think, you need to go back to that. I used to cook all the time because when I was first married, we had no money. I mean, I've got out the habit because I think as you get older and you live on your own, mine all started when my back started and I couldn't stand there cooking. I used to do all my own cakes and everything like that. And I used to cook all my own stews and things and make all sorts. But when my back started to go, I couldn't stand. And I just couldn't, I just lost the interest in cooking and stuff. And since I've been here, of course, I just won't, because I don't cook the way that the family would eat. They have lots of spices and stuff in it, and everything has to be spicy, or as Arian calls it, flavour. I don't like herbs, spices, and everything dumped in my food. I make very plain food, and that's what I was brought up with, and that's what I like, yeah. And when I was married, we didn't have that much money at first. We did later on when we both started working and full time and that. But, it's when we were first married, I had to stretch the money around, If you had money left on a Friday, it was like, wow. Yeah. Oh, dear. I used to be a whiz, I used to get a chicken and it used to last and make meals. You'd have it hot the first day, cold the second day, and then you'd make soup for the next 2 days. A chicken, well, they didn't used to be that expensive, and now it's really expensive. But you used to get a big chicken, and I'd make it last like 4 meals, the big chicken. And it was the same with a joint. We used to get a joint of meat at the weekend, and then, it would last a few days. But now the joints of meat are like that big. And I used to get brisket because I used to be really, really cheap because nobody wanted brisket. But if you cook it really, really slowly, it was just as tasty as a really big joint of meat. Yeah, I used to stretch a chicken round. Hot one day, cold another day, and soup the next 2 days. Yeah, chicken soup with a load of veggies and stuff in it, yeah. It wasn't watery soup either. It was more like a stew, actually. I used to call it soup, but it was more of a stew. But it wasn't done in a crock pot or out like that. It was done properly on the stove, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love things like potato ash, People in America will wonder what tater ash is. Tater ash and corned beef ash, yeah. Used to love that. Or there was pan haggerty, was it called? Or bubble and squeak. In fact, I had bubble and squeak today. Yeah, I used to always make extra leftovers on a Sunday, extra veggies, and then we'd have bubble and squeak on a Monday, which was leftover mash and cabbage and carrots and whatever you had, all fried over. Yeah. I used to love that. Bit of sauce on it, be fine. Yeah. But it wasn't that expensive to get quite a big chicken back in the day, yeah. But now, I mean, chickens are so dear, and you get a budgie, don't you, for the same money? I mean, brisket, they used to be trying to give it away because nobody wanted it. But now brisket, whew, it's just as expensive as a big joint of meat. You know, the things I used to make. I mean, I used to do liver casserole. I wasn't that keen on liver. But if it's in a casserole, it's not as bad because it's not as leathery. It sort of softens out. You know, but I weren't keen on grilled liver or anything like that. Nah. I mean, here I don't know what happens to the steak here since I moved here. It's always leathery. I used to cook my steak in gravy or cook it with onions and cook it very, very slowly. Yeah. But here I think we flash fry everything and it's like leather. I like it when they go away and I cook for myself. I wouldn't cook for them though because they don't like what I cook. I like plain stuff, you know. I like liver and onions if it's cooked really slowly in the oven, you know, with gravy and stuff. But I don't like flash fried or grilled liver. Ugh. I used to do a nice liver casserole with tinned tomatoes and onions, and that was nice. Because the liver used to be soft. I mean, I had liver once here and I had to leave it. I said, oh, I don't like this. I don't like curry. I'm a weirdo. I do not like curry in any shape or form. I don't like the taste. I'll eat a Thai curry, but I won't eat curry. I don't know what there is about curry. I can eat hot food like, West Indian food. I used to get West Indian food. There used to be a takeaway not that far away from me. Oh, it's got to be lamb's liver. It can't be pig's liver. There used to be a West Indian takeaway not too far from where I lived. I used to love that. But when I didn't have a car, I couldn't go anymore. Yeah, I used to love Jamaican patties, yeah. I like spicy food if it's like West Indian spicy. I don't like spicy food if it's Indian spicy. It's one of the spices in Indian food, but Pakistani food usually. It's not usually Indian, is it? Um, I don't like the taste. Well, she likes spicy food. She probably has to wash her mouth out. Yeah. We were brought up, Munchkin, eating meat, you know. I'm just not a I don't mind vegetarian meals now and again, but I could just never be a vegetarian. I could never eat this nut roast rubbish stuff. And as for tofu, it makes me want to vomit. It's so funny how things changed. When I worked at the Asda Walmart, we couldn't give away like this vegetarian food and stuff. It used to stay on the shelves and nobody bought it. And it was always getting thrown away because nobody bought it. I'm going back, say, 20 years. All this what's she called, Linda McCartney stuff. Nobody ever bought it. And the vegetarian section used to be about that big. Vegetarian sausages, they were vile. Nobody ever bought it. And now you can't get away from it. It's like everywhere. Vegetarian this, vegetarian that. And I'm like, whoa, 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 what about us lot that don't want to eat vegetarian? We don't want to be that healthy. And as for eating soya and tofu, you could stick that right where the sun don't shine. Ugh. As I said before, it tastes really badly on my breath. I can taste it. It's like a back taste. Umami. No, I like West Indian spicy. And I don't mind Thai. Hi, Julie. I don't mind Thai spicy, but I do not like Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, whatever it is, spicy. Because there is one spice in there that I really don't like. Yeah. My son and daughter-in-law put it in some of the dishes sometimes, and I go, oh, you put that spice in I don't like again. Oh, give over. It's flavour, mother, flavour. So, well, you can flavour off. I don't want it. I started being a bit more picky and saying I don't want it anymore. I used to try to eat it to be polite and finish up putting it in the bin when they weren't looking. But now I just say I don't like it. Don't want it. Don't like it. And I am sick of al dente vegetables. They're blooming raw. I don't like chewing my way through a carrot. I don't like them soggy, but I don't want to have to with a carrot. The sixth taste, food org. It's blowing a gale here, Julie. Blowing a gale. I can hear it outside. It's just dreadful. I can hear the wind. Thankfully, there's no thunder at the minute. I don't like thunder. I don't know whether it's raining. I don't think I can see. I don't think it's actually raining at the minute, but it has been. My eyes running. I'll be looking like kissing a bit. It'll all be coming down my face. I've got to have my diabetes eye test on Thursday, and then I can go and make an appointment to get my eyes tested. It's a warm wind. There's no such thing as a warm wind up here. It's what you call howling a gale. I think there's only been a few days last year and a few days this year where I've not needed a thick cardigan or a jacket on. It's so cold by the sea. I wish the wind would just drop. It's not so bad in the back garden because we're sheltered by the walls, you know. You know what you're having for tea? I had salmon fish cakes and bubble and squeak is what I had. I said no to vegetables because I said to Ian, I don't want vegetables. I said the crunchy. He goes, the steamed. I said, well, you don't leave them in long enough because they were never crunchy when I used to put them in the microwave. I'm sure they put them in for wave them over the microwave. I don't want to eat cauliflower that crunches. Oh. I don't like crunchy veg. I don't like it soggy, but I don't want it crunchy. My son keeps saying it's al dente, and I thought, well, you can stick your al dente where the sun won't shine. Kimchi. I like sprouts, but not of the crunchy. I like my sprouts cooked right through. I tell you, I'm going to start putting them back in the water again. Is that kimchi, that spicy cabbagey stuff? Yeah, I don't want them mushy, Chris. I just want them cooked. Oh, I like roti potatoes. I don't know about roti pancakes, but is it called roti potatoes where they're all grated and cooked? But I've got to hate things these days because they're not cooked properly to me. I do not. My son keeps saying they're better for you. Not better for my teeth. I can't chomp my way through. I keep throwing them in the bin. The bin eats my vegetables. I'll be getting blooming rickets in a bit, won't I? Scurvy. Yeah, if you're going to have vegetables, I'd rather have them raw. I'd rather eat a raw carrot than eat an al dente one. My brother used to eat raw cauliflower. No, I've not had a roti pancake. I've had roti potatoes. Oh, right. Is it rusty potatoes? Roti potatoes? Well, you grate all the potatoes, then you fry them. How do I manage to look so glamorous? Oh my God, it must be the lighting. I like broccoli cheese, and they don't seem to sell it around here. I love my broccoli cheese, but it has to be cooked thoroughly, the broccoli. I don't want it raw with cheese on the top. And I only like cauliflower cheese if I buy it because it's nice and soft. Must be all the moisturising I do, because it's certainly not the sea air. That's playing havoc with my skin. I've never used so much moisturiser in all my life. Oh, I love my colours. It's not me in a dull colour. You won't hardly ever see me wear grey or beige. Oh. I wear cream, but beige is just not my colour at all. I used to have a nice sweater that was grey, but I used to wear loads of bright jewellery with it, yeah. I'm just not I'm not a subtle colour person. Knit Club was great. I managed to get to it this Wednesday because I had my new tyres, so I managed to get to Knit Club. We always have a laugh at the Knit Clubs, yeah. What can you make next, Kaz? Oh, I don't know. You've made an Aran, haven't you? You just made one. What's your favourite colour? If it's your favourite colour, make yourself a cardigan or a sweater in that. You know what my favourite colour is? It's got to be purple, or failing that, it's got to be red. But I cannot have everything in my wardrobe purple or red, yeah. I would be that lady. I remember watching her on YouTube once. She wasn't a knitter particularly, but everything she wore was green. She lived in like a kind of, I won't say a makeshift house, but she lived like in a bit of a cave kind of house. And everything she had was green. Her hair was green. I mean, she lived in the middle of a forest thing because she used to actually go and bathe in the river and stuff. But everything she wore was green. Can't remember. It was on YouTube I saw her. Can't remember. Long time ago. Yeah, it was like either a cave or one of them tiny house thing, but it wasn't that tiny. It was more bigger than that. But she lived in the middle of no place, yeah. She lived a bit wild, but everything was green. I don't know where she was. Probably in America, I would think. She definitely wasn't in this country because they don't let you have tiny houses here or anything like that. They're a bit weird. I mean, people say, do you have tiny houses over here? And we say no, because, the only thing we have is like, well, you call them a trailer park. And then half the time you have to leave them in the winter. You can't stay in them all year round. But we don't have tiny houses. I don't think we do anyway. I think you'd have to have private land to put a tiny house on. Somebody's field that they let you sort of go on it, yeah. Because trying to get linked up to mains would be practically impossible over here. You'd have to have the composting toilet and stuff, yeah. I absolutely, Julie, yeah. I have to make an effort. When I put on something pretty, it does make me feel better. It doesn't do a lot for the pain, but I know it sounds a bit trite, but I've been in pain for so long in my life that I kind of think of it as normal now. The amount of pain I have probably would cripple anybody else that wasn't used to it. But I've built up a kind of an immunity to it, is I don't think about it. And I try not to let it affect me. And I do put on, it kind of alters the way I feel about myself when I get dressed up. I don't put makeup on every day because I'm having a problem with my eyes. But I used to put makeup on every day when I didn't have eye problems. I'm hoping to get the eye problems solved. But yeah, I have to put something pretty on. I have to put something nice on. I'm not a tracksuit slopping about kind of girl at all. I'm just not. I'm not advocating that other people do what I do. It's just whatever makes you feel good about yourself. And wearing something nice and wearing my beads and stuff like that makes me feel better about myself, yeah. I don't feel quite so old. It does make you feel differently about yourself. If I get up and I don't do my hair and I'm in my dressing gown all day, I have this sort of, oh my God, I'm so ill today. Oh my God, I'm in so much pain today. And it's like on my mind all the time. Like, God, I'm in pain. God, I'm this. Oh, God, I'm that. But if I go out, my attitude is I'm going to be in pain if I stay in, and I'm going to be in pain if I go out. So I would rather be in pain and go out, and do something. Yeah, well, I've got titanium rubs and fake knees, as I call them, and everything like that. I need new hips, but I'm just putting it off. My cousin's just had a new knee at 91. Yeah, you do whatever makes you feel happy. I've always said, this is me. This is what I do. I'm not advocating that everybody does the same thing. If you're happy in a T-shirt and jogger bottoms all day long, then fine. It just wouldn't do for me, yeah. It is your mindset changes when you get dressed up. If you... For me, it works. It doesn't work for everybody, and I'm not saying it does work for everybody. It doesn't, Whatever makes you happy, you wear it, yeah. No, I don't get dressed for other people. No, I get dressed for myself. I don't do this to impress anybody, No way. Yeah, I wouldn't go outside in a tracksuit at all. I wouldn't go out in leggings or anything like that. It just isn't me. But like I say, I'm not one of those kind of people who says you have to do this, you have to do that. You know, you do whatever makes you feel good. Yeah. If it makes you feel good wearing your pajamas, then that's fine. Oh, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that, Lizzie. Not even if I work from home. I can't stay in my pajamas all day. I can't. I've got a friend like that. She's always in her pajamas. And when I go around, I think, oh, for goodness sake, will you make a bit of an effort? You know, a stained dressing gown and pajamas in the middle of the day. And I'm like, whoa, come on. You know. No, my ex-husband was too critical, Kaz. It was always like, oh, you're not going out in that, are you? He always put me down. Whatever I wore, he put me down. You know, he would have dressed me like some old fogey. He used to look at old people's clothes when I was like in my 40. You know, and I said, I'm not wearing that. You know, twin satin pearls and a pleated skirt when I was, what, about 30 odd, 40-year-old. No. I mean, even now, my son looks at me a bit like, whoa, what are you wearing now? Yeah, I threw a load of my stuff away when I moved here, obviously. I bought a bit more since then, but because of the eyes, I've got dry eyes. Would you believe dry eyes that run all the time? Look like I'm crying most days. I can't wear makeup. I wear makeup like tonight, but during the day I won't wear it, you know, most of the time. You prefer shopping? I do a lot of my shopping online these days because Fleetwood just does not, and Cleveland's do not have any shops that stock the kind of clothes I want to wear. I may buy something. Oh God, I've been to the painkillers. Yeah. Why don't you try to distract yourself when you are in pain? I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't got a spinal cord stimulator now. I struggle to get painkillers actually because they don't want you to have these addictive painkillers. But you know, it's just think about something else. They said at Pain Clinic. Think about something else. Distract yourself. I said, and how do you suggest I do that? Or do some exercises because that works. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. The only exercise that did used to help was actually water aerobics. And but here, to go to water aerobics, you can't get in anyway because it's always full up. And it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, which would mean I'd have to set off from here about 7 o'clock. I don't see 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Oh, my things from Timo have been a bit of a bit, what's it? I can't say as I've been very pleased with anything I bought from Timo. In fact, I got a dress. I put it on eBay. Nobody's put a bid on it. I wonder why. I got this dress from Timo. It doesn't fit anywhere. I'm saying this because I'm hoping nobody's looking at it on eBay. It's tulip shape. It goes out at the hips and then it goes in at the bottom. And you see, like tulip shape. It does not fit me anywhere. I paid about 10 quid for it. I put it on eBay for a £5. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? I really, It looked nice on the picture. That's the last thing I buy anything. Everything I bought so far has been tacky and tatty. You know, I wouldn't give it house room. I didn't buy anything else to wear. I bought like some plastic basket things. And I bought some double-sided sticky tape, whatever it is. But I bought a splitter from, you know, what you plug in and then you can plug things into it. It didn't work. What else did I buy? Oh, I bought some stickers. I've been using them. Oh, I won't bother buying any clothes off Temu. I'm all right. I'm sitting here now. When I come to get up, I have to stand for about a minute before I dare move any of my hips. Yeah. It's like this set, you know, my knees set. And people said to me, "You all right?" I'm going, "Yeah, I'll be all right in a minute." It's like I have to will myself to take that first step because my hips and my back and my legs hurt so much. When I get going, I'm all right. When I start walking, I'm in pain, but when I first get up, ugh. Hi, Denise. You took a little nap. I needed one of those today. I wanted to go to sleep in the middle of the afternoon and I couldn't. Well, I did nod off for about a minute. But when I get in bed tonight, I'll be wide awake. I always am after Saturday. I'll be yawning my head off and saying to you, "I'm going to go now, I'm going to go." And then when I get in bed, I'm like, yeah. I'm like wide awake. Well, it's usually angle thread that comes on just as I'm going off, yeah. Well, this fits. It just doesn't fit right. It fits me size-wise. It just doesn't. It bunches up round the neck and it just doesn't fit right at all anywhere. It just doesn't hang right. You know, it's just, just isn't. Yeah, my fibro comes on. It's like pains up my arms and up my legs. You know, like up the bones. And all in my fingers and my hands hurt. So that's where my fibro are. They can't make their mind up whether it's fibromyalgia, whether it's just arthritis, but it's like all up my bones just aches the whole time. It's kind of like I call it like toothache in my legs, yeah. Oh, I can't be bothered ordering anymore. My friend's a great Temu orderer. The stuff I've had from Shine, I've put most of it on eBay because it was really rubbishy material. It's all that thin, flimsy polyester stuff. Yeah, I only ordered that one. I won't order anything else to wear. Just ordered that one Temu dress. And Shine, I mean, they're not that they're horrible. It's just the material's like flimsy. It's like flimsy polyester, almost see-through stuff from Shein or Shein, yeah. So I stopped order. I put all what I bought. I put it all on eBay and sold it all. They were all kind of baggy and shapeless, yeah. I mean, other people like Temu. My friend, everything she orders, she seems to like. I think it depends on sizes, because when you get to my kind of size, the stuff's all a bit rubbishy. It's all a bit baggy and shapeless. You know, it's all like goes from under the bus like a tent. Yeah. Most of the Temu stuff I've had has been like plasticky and cheap and rubbishy. I bought some labels, that say thank you for your purchase or something. They're all right. They're very cheap. My stuff from Shine or Shein, whatever, was always too big and baggy and floppy and didn't do anything for me, if you know what I mean. Being a big girl, I didn't want to look bigger. And I ordered 2 pairs of trousers. I mean, they don't look that bad actually, but they're about 6 foot too long. I haven't got around to shortening them yet. I may put them on eBay actually. I may not bother. Well, I ordered oh God, no, I don't fancy it, me. Some of the people have done. If you look on YouTube, some of these American people have bought yarn from Temu, but I didn't think it was really that inexpensive. I didn't think it was that sort of cheap. I thought it was a bit expensive for what it was, actually. Yeah, mine were all too big. I'm a size 22, and they said a 3XL was what I needed, but oh God, they were massive. Could have swung round in them. I didn't think they were very cheap. I don't know about you, Jill. Didn't think the wool was cheap at all. I thought it was expensive, compared with what you could get from other places. I've never used AliExpress, so I don't know. I did buy something from Wish once, but I didn't like it. My friend loves all the things she buys from Temu, but she's always ordering, bits and pieces for the kitchen and things like that. I'm not selling any more wool at the moment, no. I keep going in the shed trying to tidy it up, thinking what I could part with. When that what she called Marie Kondo, when you're supposed to feel things and say that you don't like them anymore. Well, I don't do that with wool. Yeah, Jill's got a channel, yeah. The other thing with Shein is when you order things, when you come, they're very wishy-washy pastel. They're a lot paler than what they look like in the photo. They look quite strong colours, and when you get them, they're very pastel, which is not me at all, as you know. I've just sold pale pink, 2 pale pink ones I've sold, and I like a turquoisey, beigey one, because they were too pale. They were just wishy-washy. I'm not buying any wool, or not supposed to be, Kaz. If I buy any wool, I tend to go in the naked sheep, where I can see it, feel it, look at it, say, yeah, I like it. If I buy online, I buy from Wool Warehouse, usually. Yeah, hand-dyed is so expensive. I found mine in the shed, and I'm like patting it and going, oh, yeah, it's lovely. But I'm not making any socks with it. It's too nice for socks. And what do you make with one skein? You can't make a shawl. It's not enough. You can only make a pair of gloves or a pair of socks with one skein. That's all you can make. Or a teeny weeny little scarf. So I just keep patting it and putting it back on the shelf, saying, oh, that's pretty, that's lovely. Feels gorgeous, and putting it back on the shelf again. I've got about 12 pairs of socks I never wear. I think I told you my feet don't like the feel of socks. Yeah. I think she does, actually. I'm a few videos behind with Jill, so I don't know. I'm very bad at watching videos. I really am. I mean to watch people's, yeah. And I start off, and if they go for about 2 hours, I think, oh, I haven't got 2 hours to spare. I know you can watch them in bits and pieces and keep going back to them, but then somehow I never do. I watch about half an hour, then I never go back. I like 30-minute videos where I can sit and have my breakfast and watch a 30-minute video. I'm a fair weather video person, yeah. I bought 2 skeins from, what was she called? She was in Manchester. Oh, she's gone out of business now. She doesn't do it anymore. Oh, I can't remember her name. I went to her shop, actually, and that was so gorgeous, that shop. But the wool, £20 and £30 a skein. I did get 2, but that's only because somebody sent me some money to get some. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten it. No, it weren't Lily's. It was, God, what was she called? Denise bought some wool from her. Daniel's still on YouTube, but I don't know whether he's doing any dyeing or not. I've still got to find a project to use all those 20-gram balls of hand dyed out that he sent to me. I think they're 20 grams, 25 grams. I ball them all up, but I'm not crocheting anything at the minute, Julie. I was actually knitting, but I went right off it. Countess Ablaze, yeah, that's the one. Countess Ablaze. She stopped doing it now. She's closed her shop down. Yeah, Countess Ablaze. She was a very strange lady. I went once. I've got a photograph of where we went upstairs to her Saturday knit club. Yeah. Somebody sent me some money to treat myself because they knew I was going. And they knew I couldn't afford. So a friend sent me some money and I bought 2 skeins. I regularly go and stroke it in the shed, but I've not made anything with it. It's too pretty. What do you make with 1 skein? I know Denise uses lots of them and incorporates them into her knitted shawls, but I'm just not a knitted shawl person. Mine wouldn't go together. I mean, the one I got from Daniel, that Daniel sent to me, is gorgeous, but it's so small balls, Kind of what do I make with small balls? Yeah, probably. I keep thinking of like a ripple stitch, like a zigzag. But I don't think there's enough for a sweater. I mean, all in all, I don't think there's that much. There was about 10 skeins, so that's really only about 200 grams, I did buy some navy blue because a lot of the colours are like yellow and navy or green and navy. So I did buy 2 plain balls of navy to try and incorporate in. But I just never got round to it because it's very fine. It's like a 3-ply. And I keep saying, I must use it. But it's beautifully soft, but I'm a bit because I itch with wool. It can be the softest wool in the world, and I itch. So I don't want to take all that time making something like that and then I can't wear it. Yeah, Daniel's still on YouTube, but I don't think he does any. I don't think he's doing any dyeing anymore now. I'm sure I've still seen him on. I don't know what he's doing at the moment. Yeah, I haven't watched him for a long, long time. I think the last one I watched was when he did a show. That's the last one I watched of him. I've not seen him. He hasn't been on here, so he used to pop on occasionally, but I haven't seen him at all. I think he's just faded away. It's like a lot of people, isn't it? They give up their jobs and say, oh, I want to crochet full time, or I want to dye yarn full time, and I want to do this full time. And it just doesn't work out financially for them. I mean, I used to watch Crafternoon Treats, Catherine. She used to dye a lot of yarn, and I haven't seen her very much. She was doing other things, I think, when I was watching her. I used to watch her all the time. She was always dyeing things and crocheting things, and she's gone very, very quiet. You know, Crafternoon Treats. I don't know whether you've ever watched any of her videos. But I mean, she's not cropping up in my feed anymore, so I don't know whether she's not making any videos or whether I'm just not seeing them. Because sometimes, you know, even if you follow people, they don't always pop up, do they, in your subscriptions? They don't always do that. You have to sort of think, oh, I haven't seen so-and-so for such a long time, yeah. And then you go on and you think, oh, they have made they have made videos, I just haven't seen them, yeah. So you've got to kind of remember to go and look for them, yeah. The same videos keep cropping up over and over and over again, and I'm thinking, I don't want to watch them. I don't want to watch that one. There was the one that I subscribed to, and she's a bit weird. She's always prancing about wearing next to nothing, and I'm thinking, oh, put it away, girl, you know. Please put some clothes on. Sick of seeing you. You know, she does crochet, but she always does these little itty-bitty things because she's only thin and slim. But, I mean, it's not UK stuff or something. Yeah, she was doing cards or something like that, wasn't she? Or scrapbooking or something she was doing. I don't know what happened to her dyeing or something. She was always dyeing yarn, wasn't she? Perhaps, you know, people are not buying hand-dyed yarn like they used to. People just don't have that kind of money anymore. You know, I mean, if you're struggling for money or things, your bills have all gone up, I don't think spending £20 or £30 on one skein of yarn is kind of for you, is it? You know, you tend to think, I need that for the electric bill, or I need that for the groceries, you know. I'll just go on the market and buy a bag of, couple of balls of acrylic, you know. I know I no longer buy expensive yarns. I've got enough for the shed anyway. I think the most expensive I ever buy is Boho Spirit. That's about £4, £5 for 100 gram. That's about as much as I ever go to. Yeah, she was called Catherine. She's a lovely lady. I met her in person. I met her at one of the Woolfest shows. She's really tiny. She's only little. I'm not big, but she's tiny. Oh, Etsy's not the same. I can't be bothered. Yeah. A lot of these American girls, I mean, they must live where it's hot. That's all I can say. And they knit these little teeny weeny things, and they've got like, yeah, she's from Yorkshire. Yeah, she's a lovely lady, absolutely lovely. No, she's not from Belgium. No, she's from Yorkshire. She's called Crafternoon Treats. Yeah, yeah. But a lot of these like youngsters in America, they knit these little teeny weeny little tops. They've got hundreds and thousands of followers, you know. But I mean, it's not. Even if I was young, it's not for the British summertime, if you know what I mean. Making these little flimsy little tops with. But what What bugs me is a lot of these youngsters calling their sweaters she. And they'll say, she's lovely, or I've just made her. And I'm like, no, you've made it. It's a sweater. It's not a she. The dog poo fairy. I've got a lot of project bags, but I did buy them a long time ago. I found them in the shed. I did buy them a long time ago. So they're not like modern. They're what I have from way back when, but I don't have any projects to put in them anymore. I did buy a lot for presents for people. That's one I got. I can't remember where it's from. It's not got any projects in. It's got project bags. I used to buy from a lady called Rick Rack on Etsy because she made the most fantastic, like, padded ones. And she always used to put a little stitch marker thing. But she always lined them and made them really padded. I bought a lot from her. This one I bought off Amazon, I think, or eBay. It's actually just holds a ball of wool that you put through there. Oh, that's what I bought when I was Urban Gypsy Crochet. It's not really a project bag, it's just a market bag. Oh, wouldn't we all like to be size 10 and pretty? That's another one from Rick Rack. That's got a little stitch marker on it. This one I've had, I must have had it in the window somewhere because it's all faded across the bottom. And the last one I have is purple. I found them all in the shed. I brought them all in here. A fairy does with her wand. I haven't seen the dog poo fairy. Is she that bad? That's the one, purple. Once again, it's from, that's got, oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a little dress. Little dress on a coat hanger. Yeah, my favourite, purple. But she really made them really well. Oh, I've got another one. Oh, no, I haven't. That's the same one. But I used to give people them for birthday presents and things. Yeah, dog poo fairy. It's not a very nice title, is it, a dog poo fairy? No, I used to watch a lot of these young ones in America, you know, and they've got thousands and thousands of followers, but they prance about in barely their bikinis, you know. And I used to think, if I made one of them, I wouldn't want to put it on and I wouldn't want to wear it. They must live somewhere warm, that's all I say. Now, there's quite a few people I used to watch that I can't find anymore. They don't make videos anymore. I used to watch another lovely lady. She was having problems with her eyesight. She used to make socks, but she used to collect fountain pens of all things. But she was a very, very interesting lady, and she disappeared. That's another one that disappeared. Kind of all the weirdy ones I used to watch all disappeared. Then I used to watch Vanessa. Vanessa's still on Instagram, but she doesn't crochet much anymore. I think she was called Native Peacemaker. She's not there. Yet other people keep And I'm like, oh, God, I don't want to watch them anymore. Why do they keep coming back on my feed? And I don't want to unsubscribe from them because every now and again they actually put something on that's a bit interesting. Yeah. That Anu's come back. Yeah, Gerald the monkey disappeared. He vanished without a trace. And it's like the Beardy Shield. He's on Instagram, I think, but he doesn't make videos anymore. Johnny was called the Beardy Shield. He used to knit a lot. He was up in Scotland somewhere. He's not on. Quite a few people have vanished. Oh, I follow a lady on. I mean, she's another one that can wear anything. She's only young and she prances about and that. She's called Star Lily Creations. And she used to have a Facebook page where people put on things that they'd made, from her patterns. And there was one lady, God bless her, she should never have been wearing the things that she wore. And I used to think, oh, she's doing you no favours. She wouldn't sell you any patterns. And she used to come on, I made it. And I used to think, oh, please, just put it away, love you. Way too old to be showing all that. I know people should wear what they want, but like my dad said, we don't have to look at it, Anyway, she's not on there anymore. I think Jen must have had enough of people putting their stuff on there. So I think she's limited it to her putting her own stuff on there and nobody else. But a little crochet bikini tops are not really for 70-odd-year-old women, are they? With not a very good figure, I used to think, no. Put it away, please. It's bad enough walking down the street here in Fleetwood. And they've got shorts on and crop tops and they just do not have the figure. I know that it's all about body confidence, and if you feel confident about it, wear it, but the rest of us have got to look at it, haven't we? I think, have they not got a full-length mirror? Do they not look at themselves before they come out? Do they honestly think they look good in that? If they've got the figure, Chris, but as I'm saying is, I wouldn't make any of them because I couldn't sell them here because the sweet young things over here, it's too cold. They'd have to be going to a festival and get very hot and bothered to be wearing them at all. I mean, you've probably got better weather over there in the States, yeah, where you want to wear little mini skirts and see-through shorts and stuff like that. Well, not you personally, Chris, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I'd want to watch that. Clearing up other people's mess. Oh, no. No. No, I like sweetness and light and sweet little things. I don't, yeah. Yeah. I mean, power to them. They've got a following. They're like, always on TikTok and always on whatever, aren't they? Prancing about in the crochet. I don't think I'd sell anything if I pranced about in my crochet. Not that I do sell anything anyway, but never mind. But I definitely wouldn't be prancing about in a crochet bikini. Have no fear. I will not be wearing that anytime soon. I mean, I've made them for other people, but I've never actually worn one. And I've not worn an actual fabric bikini for many, many years. And even then it had quite large sort of bottoms. It didn't have them little skimp things, yeah. You know, they were more like they came up to the waist, if you know what I mean. When I did wear a bikini, but I was a lot slimmer in those days and a lot younger. But nowadays it's firmly a one piece, yeah. I bet it's something you see raised on your raised, what they call it, imprinted on your mind forever, that, isn't it? No. Yes, burned in your retinas. I'm all in favour of people wearing what they want to wear, but please, you know, there's limits, isn't there? I think when you get to a certain age, you should grow old gracefully. If you're going to wear things, wear at least covered up things. Yeah. I mean, I wear bright colours, but everything's safely covered up, you know. Everything's safely gathered in, as they say. I'm not showing anything I shouldn't be. I've not got my back fat hanging out, you know. Oh, there's nothing worse, is there? You see somebody in a sundress and they've got like another bust hanging out the back, you know. Oh, okay, please. Wear a dress that covers you up. We don't wish to see that, you know. You may not see it because you're looking at the front of you, but get a mirror and look at the back of you. Hi, Cass. You know, I always check my back view as well as my front view. Hi, Magali. I know you can't say these things, but obviously you don't say them out loud, like, what the heck are you wearing, woman? Go home and get dressed. You know, you feel like saying that. Kaz, I am sure you don't wander around with everything dangling out like some women do. You know, I think, you know, they would benefit from a full-length mirror with a back view. And then they would see that they do not look good in leggings, with their underwear showing through the leggings. It may be fashionable, but no, not when you're a size 22. No, dear. When you're like that, maybe, but when you're like that, no. And what's this trend, this like flesh-coloured ones that look like they're wearing nothing? You have to look twice because they're clinging to, they're showing all the cellulite and everything. Ooh, no, please, cover it up. There's a lady walking through Fleetwood the other day with a pair of those flesh-coloured leggings on. She should have been on my £600 life as well. Oh, dear. You feel like tapping them on the shoulder saying, excuse me, but you know, it's not pretty, that look. But of course you can't. You've got to be all terribly, terribly PC and think, well, you know, she wants to wear it, let her wear it. Ooh, I had to walk behind her. Let's just say I knew her underwear had flowers on it, yeah. Which was too much information, yeah. Oh, my dad used to always say, you know, have you looked at your back view? Yeah, my dad was always like that if I was going anywhere. So you look all right from the front, but I don't think you look okay from the back. Even when I was choosing my wedding dress, I wanted one that looked nice at the back because, like, I thought most of the congregation. Hey, Tracy, you buffering or I'm buffering? When I chose my wedding dress, I thought, well, most of the congregation will be looking at me from the back. So I wanted a dress that looked as nice at the back as it did at the front, you know. Yeah, I watch most of Tracy's videos, except when she does the open with me knitting. I don't do that one. Don't do that one. Sorry, Tracy. I don't do the open with me knitting. It's blowing a gale here, raining, and it's horrible. And they've cancelled the Fleetwood Festival because it's too bad. And I was really looking forward to going to that tomorrow. Instead of which I will be home because I ain't going out in that weather. Tracy's like me, she gets blown off the cliff. I haven't got any cliffs here, but I get blown off something. Yeah, it's always windy here. Yeah, the back of a wedding dress is very important, yeah. Oh, we've got the wind here. It sounds like, when I say, Hammer House of Horrors coming down the chimney. Ooh. I do knit now and again. I'll just put my knitting away. I can't be bothered with it, Tracy. It's too slow. I was knitting myself a sweater and I thought, nah, not feeling it. Just not feeling it at all. It's so slow when you crochet, you know, you do things. But when you knit, it's so slow. It takes you 5 minutes to get across a row. And you think, oh, how many hours am I going to put in this sweater? Oh, could have it done if I was crocheting it. Yeah, Kaz needs some ideas what to make next. She's just finished doing a coronation blanket. I'm not into blankets, you know I'm not, Kaz. Too much hard work. I'm a lazy crocheter. I'm a what I call it. I like instant gratification. I like things to grow. I haven't got the patience with a blanket. There's too many chains going across a row and too many chains coming back. I need to do some granny squares, I think, because I've got loads and loads of bits. Yeah. The creeper blanket. Oh, they call the midwife blanket. I haven't got no patience with them. I think the most I've ever done is a pram blanket. Yeah, anything bigger than that, no. I just think at blanket and go, oh. I don't know what there is. It's like even a poncho or I'd love a ruana, they call ruana. But I made one for my sister-in-law and it was absolutely gorgeous. But I made it for a Christmas present for her, but I wouldn't make one for me, I don't think. Oh, those kits are just ridiculous, aren't they? Who's got the price of those kits? I mean, I don't make toys, but I do like that. Well, Tracy's just done a video on it as well. I do like the elephant. But there's a lot of squares because he's only 11.5 inches tall. So those squares must be about an inch big. I don't know how many squares you have to make that. But if it's only 11.5 inches tall, that's an awful lot of little teeny weeny squares, isn't it? I like its face though. Looks very startled, doesn't it? I'm rubbish at corner to corner. Denise Deer, she's doing corner to corner. She's making little squares out of all her old sock yarn bits and pieces. But once again, I've got no patience. I've got no patience. I used to make crochet dresses, but that was when they were mini dresses. I've not made one since because obviously too large and I wouldn't wear them mini dresses. Yeah, Elmer the elephant is gorgeous, isn't it? But how many squares have you got to make? Oh, I can't see because I've not got my glasses on. I'm worse than Tracy with no glasses. Oh, God, there's hundreds of squares. Look all them squares you've got to make. Oh, hundreds of the flipping things. Oh, I don't think I'll be making that. Ooh. No. I don't know why I buy these crochet magazines. Every now and again I have a fit. I don't like corner to corner. It's not my favourite thing. I made a blanket for my niece's son. I made it in maroon because at the time he was mad about Harry Potter and the house he thought he was in. He's only a kid. Oh, hello. Hello, my little girl. Hello, Rosie. Rosie, I think you're supposed to be going for a wee. You've been sidetracked. Yeah, I'll be going to bed soon. Rosie just came in to say hello to me. I used to make crochet bikinis, but not for me. I used to make them for a boutique in Oldham, and I used to have them. He used to take them to a seamstress to be lined properly, so that it wouldn't be see-through. See-through. He used to call it his cruise line. I used to make mini skirts for him, mini dresses, and I used to make I used to call them hot pants back in the day, little shorts, hot pants. But I used to love making things like that. But now it's a bit more difficult because I can't wear them. And I'm not sure people would wear crochet mini dresses anymore, although I don't know. I just don't have the market for anything. I don't have the, whatever they call it, audience. You need to get in. My dog's scared of the wind. Well, not my dog. Our dog's scared of the wind. She doesn't bother about thunderstorms. She doesn't bother about fireworks. And yet she's scared to death of the wind. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if I was young again, I would make... Oh, you got to go, Yolanda. Bye. Yeah, I would make crochet dresses. If I could sell them. The only hot pants I ever wore weren't crocheted, yeah. The dog poo fairy. Oh, I don't think I fancy that one. The dog poo fairy. The first thing I ever made, aged 13, was a sweater. I put a bought sweater on the table and I crocheted around it. And that was the first thing I ever made. No pattern. Yeah. Yeah, it's a video woman called the Dog Poo Fairy, and she goes around cleaning up after other people's animals. And I thought, it's not a video I don't think I want to watch. It's just put thoughts in my mind, I mean, the lady that comes to Knit Club is partially sighted, and I think she has someone who comes up, to clear her garden, because obviously she can't see, where the guide dog's been. And I think she has like a dog poo fairy lady that comes and clears up. It takes me all my time to clear up after hours. I'm just not. I just wouldn't want to clean up after everybody else's dog, you know. Ugh. Yeah. That lady makes a fortune, doesn't she, with all those, what's she called? All the tops look exactly the same. She sells all the patterns on Etsy. Everything she makes looks exactly the same, and yet she's got a huge following. Jeannie, I think she's called. And she just makes tops. To me, they all look alike, but you know. Yeah. What's she called? Jean. I'm sure she's called Jeannie. But she's got a tremendous following, and her patterns are not cheap on eBay and Etsy. I can't write patterns to save my life. A, I write everything in UK terms anyway, which would be no good for the US market. B, I don't put enough detail into things because I would just say continue working until it measures so many inches, or just decrease, keeping the pattern correct. Whereas other people are saying, yeah, but how many stitches do I have after this row? How many stitches do I have after that row? And I'd be like, just do it, you know, just... I'm not into telling people how to do every row. I'm just like, decrease either end and keep the pattern straight. What's wrong with that, you know? So I can't... Yeah, Jeannie, she's called, yeah. I used to watch her at first, but then I realised everything she makes looks exactly the same. It's all round neck with little short sleeves, everything she makes. She might do a different stitch on it, but then she sells all these patterns for about £8, I think, on... yeah, on Etsy, yeah. I like making shawls every now and again. I made that many virus shawls. It's a wonder. I've got so many things in the shed that I haven't sold. Yeah. No, I mean, they're £8 are patterns, and I believe they're hard to follow. My friend bought one of them, yeah. Crochet with Alice, and I don't think I've watched that one. I watched Little Drops Are Wonderful, but she knits more than anything else. She's always knitting socks as well, so I get a bit bored with that. I don't write patterns down. On the Hook with Jeannie, that's the one. All those patterns look alike to me. Fibre Spider, he might be good, but I don't like his voice. Am I allowed to say that? Goes through me. Yeah. He might be a good teacher, but I just do something about him. I don't like his voice. Yeah, some people, you know, when their voice is just great on you. Oh, I mean, Secret Yarner, she's a lovely lady, but her laugh, she's like a little hyena. Don't do that. I don't know what there is about his voice, Tracy. Yeah, maybe it is too cutesy, his voice, yeah. Yeah, it's the voice. Like, Secret Yana is a lovely lady. She does some lovely things. She's beautiful. But when she starts to laugh, it's like, oh, don't. And she laughs a lot. Yeah, it's funny how you can listen to some people's voices and other people you can't. You know, it's just awful. You know, it's just. I used to watch Jada and Stitches. I don't know why I don't anymore, but I don't at the moment. And I used to watch Bag a Day, but it was always giveaway, 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 and I got fed up of watching it. Oh, is she the one that gets all? I knew there was a reason why I didn't watch her anyway. Oh, Bella Coco, yeah. Uh, Bella Coco with her. I've just made this up. No, you haven't. Your grandma made that up years ago. Well, Bag a Day's all right when she's doing her teaching and her tutorials. But I didn't like it when she kept doing all these giveaways and stuff like that. You know, I was like, no, I don't want to know. I'm not watching it. Yeah. I don't know, Chandy. I used to watch Christine Omdal until she started going down to the beach and watching the waves and that. Oh, nah, too much. I've got about four books of Christine Omdal, but the Expression Fibre Arts. All right. No, not watched her. Yeah, I used to watch Christine Omdal all the time. In fact, I bought a few of her books. But she does a lot of very, very fine fine stuff on big hooks, and they're a bit like fishing nets. Yeah, I used to watch her by the sea, then I sort of got fed up with it every day. She'd be down by the sea every day, wouldn't she? And I got fed up with it. No, she's not from Sweden. She's from America somewhere. I know she bought a camper van thing. She's been travelling in a camper van, didn't she? I'm sure she's still got a house. I'm not sure what happened. I know she gave up dyeing the yarn, didn't she? She gave up with it. Yeah, I'm not sure whether she's given up her house or whether she's in the camper van. I know she did a few videos where she was sat in the camper van, and I'm thinking, has she sold the house? And I know she said she wasn't dyeing any more yarn anymore, and she had given up because she hadn't got the space for it or something. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't think she's got a house anymore, has she? Yeah, I've got about 4 books of Christine Omdal's, but they're all very, very intricate. Yeah. Yeah, her business went, didn't it? But I'm not sure why she lost her house. But I know she was living in a RV, wasn't she? Or she bought an RV. I don't know whether she was actually living in it, but she bought it. Yeah. No, I don't follow her enough to find out whether she's given up the house or what. I don't know. I know she gave up the business because it's like everybody else, really. I mean, things after COVID and money getting tight and people losing their jobs and that, dyeing yarn kind of, it's just. Oh, I've got Doris Chan. She was my favourite. Yeah, she doesn't do it anymore now. She must be about 80 though. I've got 3 of her books. The Everyday Crochet book, I think I've made every one out of it. And the Amazing Crochet Lace, I made a few out of it. There's only one book that she did with a lot of broomstick lace and Tunisian lace. I didn't make anything out of that. Doris is a kind of a, you have to be into her way of thinking because she does everything top down, and it's like the Raglan shaping. You've got to really watch yourself with it. But once you get into her way of making sweaters, that yeah, I've made nearly every one of the Everyday Crochet. That's the Everyday Crochet book. I've got nearly every one of them. And out of the, it was like Exploded Lace, she called the other one. It was Amazing Crochet Lace. I've made quite a few out of that one. Yeah, I think that's partly one of the reasons why she lost her business and her house, really. I think that's part of it because of the domestic violence. She got a divorce, didn't she, from her husband? Yeah, I mean, I even bought, I've still got it actually. I bought some purple, very, very fine yarn to make the one on the front cover. But I just couldn't. I can't crochet thin yarn on a big hook. It just looks like a fishing net. Doris Chan, oh, she was the crocheter of the decade, whatever. I mean, she hasn't done anything for about 10 or 15 years, but her crocheting, I mean, she's probably about 80 now. But she was in everything. She used to be in a lot of the crochet magazines as well. She used to do. Oh, you're going, Jill. Bye now. Yeah, is she Japanese or Chinese? I'm not sure. But I know she hasn't made any for a long, long time. I think she just gave it all up, yeah. A lot of her books are out of print now, actually. My friend just got the Everyday Crochet book, and she got it for about £3.50 on eBay. And I went, oh, she said, is it worth it? I went, yeah, grab it, grab it. I said, it's out of print. I said, you can sell that for far more than that, you know, if ever you want to. Yeah, I think I've made nearly every one. And Sue, if you remember Sue, my friend who went to live in Scotland, she was the same. She made nearly every one out of that book. My friends used to call me a Doris Chan groupie. I actually got a crochet hook sent from Doris to me on my 70th birthday. She sent me a tulip Etymar hook. Yeah, and a birthday card she sent me. So I can't use the hook, but but I still keep it. Oh yeah, I'm hoping to go and see Sue this year. It's so awkward. Why did she have to move to Scotland? Why did she have to go? I used to love. She used to come round nearly every other week to my house. We used to have such good fun. You know, when you've got a really good mate and she's on your wavelength and she used to encourage me. We both used to crochet together. In fact, we tried doing Tunisian together. Or as my friend, well, not my friend, my one I watch, she's Crochet 88 AD or something. She always does everything in a Tunisian. Americans always say Tunisian, don't they? She does everything in that. I never did I got the hang of it, but I get the width right. I couldn't get the depth right. Yeah, I miss Sue. She's only in Scotland, but not having a car. Why can I use that? It's got a blob. I don't like a blob. I only like inline. It's got a blob hook. Oh, it's in me. Denise got one of these from Temu. She paid a lot less than I paid on Amazon. I got mine from. Where's me hook gone? Where's me Doris hook gone? It's in here somewhere. Oh, where's my hook gone? Where's my Doris gone? There it is. There it is. I can't crochet with blob hooks. Oh, it's got a blob. That to me is a blob. It's not an inline. And I got this one from. What's he called? Ephraim. It's a furls. But again, that's a blob. What I call a blob hook. And that is so heavy. So heavy. You think you'd be able to use it, wouldn't you? Because it's got a big handle, but it's too heavy. I like the Susan Bates. That's what I call inline. Can you see how it goes up and then across? That they're the only ones I can crochet with, the inline hooks. I've tried all the other hooks and I go back to the inline. Yeah. See, that's a blob. What I mean, I can't crochet with the blobs. I haven't got a car. I'm going to try and get to Scotland. Yeah, that's another one. That one is too short. See there? Handle's too long, shaft's too short. I've got so many hooks that I buy and I cannot use because they just don't fit me. I found a 25mm hook in the shed. Boy, oh boy, was that big. Look at that one. Ooh, that's a big hook. Yeah, I can only crochet with something that has a long shaft like that. If they're short, I can't crochet with them. I don't know why. It's just the way. It's just like you. Yeah, if you want one of these cheap, I paid I don't know how much for mine on Amazon. They sell them on Temu apparently, according to these dear. The fabric is rubbish. I thought it was going to be fabric, but it's actually plastic. It's got a little pocket at the side, but it's got all pockets inside. You know, it's got like plasticky pockets that you can put things in. But it still smells like plastic. It still smells horrible. Yeah. My favourite hook case was one that a friend sent me from America. This is my go-to case with all my favourites in. These are my ordinary favourite hooks. That's where they are, all in there. You miss Mr. Blobby. I look like Mr. Blobby. Yeah, I should be crocheting really. I'm not into knitting. I'm going to pull that undone, I think. Pull it undone. You're not going to be able to walk in there without laughing. Woo. Do you remember those sumo wrestler suits you used to be able to buy? That you used to put on, and they used to be really fat suits, didn't they? I like those ladies that dance. They're actually young men, actually, but they pretend to be old ladies, and they've got these like wheelie things that they like sit on, and they go around doing street entertainment. I don't know whether you've seen them or not. And they like look as though they're sitting on these motorised shopping trolleys, and they're dressed up like old ladies. They make me laugh when I see them. We don't have one. We've got nothing here. We've got a market stall on Fleetwood Market called Julie's. She sells quite a lot of the cheaper end of the yarns, but she doesn't do any what I call subtle colours. She only does the bright colours. She doesn't do any, the shaded. And we've got the naked sheep, which I do like going into. She's, yeah, go in there. But I'm not buying yarn at the moment. I've got too much. I haven't been in all day. According to Sheila, she said it's all gone, or not gone. They're buying it from China now and not from Turkey. And she doesn't like the older yarn anymore. But I must admit, I'm trying not to buy any yarn at all. If you want any yarn, go on Crochet Rocks. She's got loads of it. She's got more than I've got in my shed. And that's saying something. I tell you what, Tracy, before I moved here, when I had all my yarn at the other house, I could have given you a run for your money in your yarn van. I got rid of over half of it before I came here. And now I've got rid of about another third of it, yeah. I was an ice yarn queen. I used to buy ice yarn every single month. But now you can't do it because of the EU. It's got the whatever it is and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I watched Sheila's knitting and what's it bits. And she used to buy her older yarn. And then she said it's changed and it's not nice anymore. I haven't been in all day, I must admit. I haven't been in for years. As I say, I am trying not to buy any more yarn. Trying not to. Unless somebody wants something specifically, I'm trying not to. That's why I don't buy from you, Tracy, is I'm trying not to buy any. Yeah. Yeah, buy from Tracy. Buy from Tracy. And if you're in the US, she will still send it to you. Oh, I try to avoid. As I say, I'm on a de-stash, not an up-stash. Yeah. Well, mine's all personal yarn, so Tracy, I've got no chance. I did get rid of a lot of it. I sold a lot of it on eBay, mostly for a heck of a lot less than I paid for it. In fact, I've just sold the last lot today. No, yesterday. Sold the last lot of it that I put up. I've still probably got loads more I can put up, but I find it hard to part with. You know that woman, that Maria Kondo, when she says you should look at something and if it doesn't speak to you or talk to you, then you don't need it, you can get rid of it. I can do that with clothes quite easily. I can say, no, you're not going to wear that again. There. But wool, I always look at it, or yarn, whatever you want to call it. I always look at it and think, no, I could make a nice top with that, or, ooh, yeah. I don't think I've bought any older yarn, have I? I might have done in the past. I think I might have bought some older yarn a long, long time ago, but I haven't bought any for a long, long time. You got a new order for shop yarn. You know me, I'm a sucker for that boho spirit. If none of you have ever looked at boho spirit, take a look in Tracy's shop. Boho spirit is gorgeous. And there's another one, isn't there, you've got, Tracy, that looks like boho spirit. It is gorgeous. Yeah, I have to stop myself from buying that because I love it so much. It's all like rainbowy shades. It's a bit like Noro Ori Nicer. Yeah. Yeah. What's the other one that's like boho spirit that you stock, Tracy? Can't think of its name. The beautiful colours. You should take a look. I don't usually promote people, but I promote Tracy because she's my mate, yeah. And she has got some gorgeous yarn, and I have to stop myself looking in her shop because I would buy everything. Yeah. No, the boho spirit is Signet. I think it's boho spirit. But she's got another one that's very much like boho spirit, yeah. Yeah, I love the colours, you know, those random colours, the bright colours. I just love it. Every time I wear, in fact, I did a granny square long jacket using the boho spirit for the middles. Instead of changing colours with all of the granny squares, I used the boho spirit in the middle and did the black around the outside. And every time I wear that jacket, everybody's, oh, it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. But I used one of the brighter colours, you know, of the boho spirit for the middles. Save you throwing all the ends in, you know, if you use that. And you get all different shades all over it. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, yeah, I used to, before I found boho spirit, I used to get the Red Heart Unforgettable. The one I liked the most was called Dragonfly. I think there's still one like it. It's Dragonfly was all like shades of teals and sort of whatever. No, King Cole Riot, I've used that, yeah. Yeah. It is a bugger to unpick, you're right, because it sort of welds itself together. The trick is not to go wrong, Nathan. I have unravelled it because I unravelled one I never wore. Well, I did wear it. I wore it to death and it went all fluffy. And I unravelled it and sent it to my friend. She made a cat blanket with it, yeah. Yeah, there is one very similar to it now, but it was called Dragonfly. And I don't think they did it anymore, the Unforgettable. I think I started getting Unforgettable because somebody sent me a gift from a Mary Kay of some Unforgettable, and I really loved it, yeah. But then I found boho spirit. Still got some in my shed. I need to make. Yeah, I've made a cardigan. I've got three. I've got the granny square cardigan, and I've got two other cardigans that you may have seen me wear. And every time I wear them, people say, "Oh, that cardigan is gorgeous. What wool is it?" So there you go. Boho spirit. Yeah. I can't wear anything with wool, like itchy twitchy with wool. I come out in a rash. Really weird. So yeah, certain wools I really, really, really do like, yeah. But yeah, I've got some, I think it's called Carnival or something. I've got some of that. And I've also got some in the shed, which isn't really me, but I still quite like it. It's like a pale green and a grey colour. There's lots of lovely colours in that. So I'm not buying any. Sorry, Tracy. I'll advertise you. I'll tell everybody else to buy, but I'm trying to downsize. If any more wool comes in this shop at this house, I think that, you know, my son and daughter-in-law will leave. Irina said that to me and said, what are you buying wool for? I said, well, it's for somebody and somebody wants this colour and I don't have it. What do you mean you don't have it? Yeah. Is it Breeze, the one that's pale greens and greys? It's beautiful. I don't know whether it's me, but it's... oh, I can't wear wool. Everybody keeps saying, oh, you can wear cashmere. Oh, you can wear merino. No, it itches me. Yeah, the boho, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, you've just reminded me. One of my friends wanted me to make her a virus shawl. And I said, hang on a minute, I've got a few in the shed. I'll show you what I've got first. Before I make her a boho, a virus shawl. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Cost me a fortune, that. I've got one, but I lost it. It's a roll count. I call it my frog. You put a string through it and it hangs around your neck. I think it was about £6 something. Something ridiculous. But I've lost the other one. I have searched the house. And I know now I've bought this one. I'll find it, yeah. I'll find it. Oh, blimey, I'm going to have to go to bed very soon. It's past the witching hour. Time for me to go to bed. Although I won't sleep, but I need to make an attempt. Yeah. I can't wear anything. Yeah, I've lost mine. I'll find it's in the house. I brought it with me and I've used it since I've been here. And it's on a red string. I've got some alpaca. I did have some alpaca. I think I gave it my friend because I couldn't wear it. It was itchy. I'm terrible with wool. Oh God. My mother used to say, "Will you?" She doesn't sell these roll counters. I can't use the other one. I knit with my needle under my arm. Yeah. So I twirl them round. You know, the ones that sit on. I twirl them round. And also they don't work with crochet, do they? Yeah. So that one. If I lose this, I'm going to mad. I think it was £6 something paid for it. Ridiculous, isn't it, for a roll counter? But I don't like the ones that fit on your finger. I've got one of them somewhere hanging about. I got as a free gift from Hobby. Well, I buy mostly acrylic or man-made cars. It's not because of the price. It's because I can't wear anything else. I'm one of these weirdy woman. Yeah, I'm plain Jane. Yeah, cheapo. I've got hand dyed. I've got some beautiful hand dyed yarn, but I prefer to just look at it and pat it and say, "Oh, isn't it gorgeous?" You like the frog? Yeah, I can't remember who made it. It's one of those expensive ones. But blooming heck, there's about £6 they are. If I lose that, I'm going to go mad. I'll wear it day and night, hanging around my neck. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I've used the How You Feel bonus double knit. One I'm using now is that purple one I just made was price-wise, I think. This one I'm supposed to be knitting, which I won't go. That's Starcraft Special. But I don't think it's going to get knitted. I think it's going to get unravelled. I can't see me going any further with it. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. On my Knit Pro needles. Oh, I can't do with them things with loops on. I got one given me, it just got in my way. It was like, oh. No, I started knitting. But A, I don't think it's going to fit me. And B, I don't think I'm going to knit it. I don't think it's going to get knitted. I think it's going to get unravelled. And I might crochet another sweater like the purpley one I just made. That I annoy everybody with because I don't have a pattern. I can't run to patterns. Oh, I've got an itch. I've got an itch. Oh, there you go, people. She's got King Cole on offer. I'm not buying anything, but I am advertising you. Yeah. I used to be good at that when I had a shop. I used to say I could sell sand to the Arabs, but can't sell me crocheting. That's what I want to make. I've made hundreds of them in the past. If I do any knitting, where's it gone? The one at the bottom. I've made hundreds of those in pastel colours, and that would use up some of my oddments. And I've also made hundreds of that one. That's crocheted, that one. That's what I've got. And this one, yeah, I've made hundreds of them. Hundreds and hundreds of them. But as you say, I can't sell anything now. Can't sell anything these days. Nobody wants to know. Yeah, I'm going now, Tracy, as well. I'm going to try and get some sleep. So, am I behaving myself? No. Yeah, I'm not. I don't behave myself. When do I ever behave myself? Behaving yourself's boring. I'd like to get into bother these days, but I never do. Yeah. Anyway, good night. Good night, Tracy. It's lovely to see you on here. And don't forget, everybody go to Crochet Rocks. Give her a thumbs up. And I shall go to bed now. And thank you all for joining me. And I will see you all next week, God willing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm off now. Yeah. Well, I've been on for 3 hours and 33 minutes. So I think I've bored you long enough now. I think it's time I went. So anyway, bye. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And I will see you all very, very soon. Be soon, I said. Be soon. Bye now.